game, Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. But you face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number one in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile first anniversary party. PUBG Mobile, be the one.
and that's Wolf getting the kill. Spicy goodness.
Snake is gonna get knocked down. SMG is gonna be responded on SRY. Let's see what they can do. Alex knocked down, Maxman.
And they're looking for the rush on side of United Earth. He does get knocked for 1-for-1, but unfortunately going to be absolutely overwhelmed by sheer power. Going to take quite a bit of damage, going to be knocked too. And does get a 1-for-1 trade-off at the end. Vegeta though gets another one for himself. Can he get another one? No, that's going to be OnyX wiped out. Able to get some members down on the side of SMG. They are still up and running. But Salty now, they have one knock, and that's going to be maybe the end of their story. Yes, it is Salty. See you later, Alligator. Same for SMG. And United Earth, they lost one of their members, but they're making up for it, and they're just claiming lives after lives. So the zone is slowly pushing against them. Team Headshot going to take a lot of damage from Aldic. Look at that, Satsura going to get sprayed with Uzi. Brah, let's go.
That's a nice vision for them. But
That kill board very soon. And he got melted, boy. Huge team going down. That was going to be some nice break coming up there.
fun.
Oh, they're starting to spray down. They're going to try and get on top of that. SOY, they waited for the opportunity to try and claim that fight for themselves. Picking another kill gun over the chocolate. They're going to have 3 knocks on SOY. Mad Lad's getting another block on Team SRY. Going to be losing 1 extra member. Still 3 members strong for Nomad Warriors. Going to be losing.
No. That is game over, Maxman. And we are going to see action. Captain Wing going in underneath that bridge. Distance, I do think they managed to survive it, but more playing that safe zone really nicely. Look at that chop. Lee shot onto Sana. He's trying to stay prone, but he does lose his life. Gurkha is trying to move around. He's getting a couple because he's getting shot for SOLTISQUAD. See, playing that safe zone really nicely. SRY are going in. Are you going into 2v1 situation? He's going to get one down. No, he takes a 1 member now. Presses across them. That's a 2.
He's sticking around a little bit too long. AKM spray. Nice, gets decashed right.
Nomad Warriors, I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought Vikash could have. Sorry, no. Talk about T25. Odin.
2-man squad, but they're just going to get melted to the ground. See you later.
Oh, Quad going in. Azrock gets knocked down. Pacific gets knocked down, but not without them taking out. He's going
Is it the
right
upcoming
into
help?
Quad.
And he doesn't know what's going on. Can he reach them back up? He can, and he gets Quadcore. Let's go, baby. 1v3. Can I do? I'm not too sure, but no, he got 1v2 snipe. So it's going to be very interesting. But now, look at that. He does get a little bit of damage on Wolf. He gets a little knock. He was always slow. Look at that. He can't even see his HP anymore. Let's go for the kill. He gets up, and that's going to be SOY turning it around. 1v3 situation going their way. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome your faces back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor and smartphone of this spring split. I'm Maxman, here's Imperium, and today it is day 3 of this semi-final phase. Can't wait to jump into the action right now. But if you did unfortunately miss what happened during the group stage, also during day 1 and day 2 of the semi-finals, you want to check out all that extra piece of information, go check out the link that normally will pop down below, clubopen.pubgmobile.com to go and check out all the extra piece of information. Also, Imperium, if you're a viewer on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, like, what do you do right now?
That, you know what, that's a damn good question, Maxon. If you are a viewer, as Maxon said, on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, what you do is you go up, you click that like, click that follow, and smash the subscribe button. So you will get notified whenever we go live, whether it's in Wildcard region, any other regions being featured in the PUBG Mobile Club Open, because this is only just beginning. This is just a spring split. We have regional finals, we have global finals, we have fall split. We have it all to come as these teams are battling it out to share in the $2.5 million prize pool, Maxman.
Yeah, these teams are going to be battling all against each other for 2.5 million once again. Imperium, huge cash prize. One, like the single biggest cash prize in mobile esport history, boys and girls. Are going to be cracking it open once again. Day 3, Group B versus Group C.
Yeah, we have a lot of games to come for, of course, as we will see in front of us. Vikendi, Sanhok, double Erangel. Unfortunately, no Miramar. Say, Maxon, definitely a little bit sad at that because I do love Miramar, but I have grown my feelings have grown on Vikendi and Sanhok heavily, and also I think these teams have really grown on these maps and have improved heavily and learned to be a little bit more aggressive. Of course, Erangel still putting out old stops.
Yeah, you just said like these teams have been evolving really nicely, especially in the early game. Like we were talking before the broadcast, the early game of most of the teams in the semi-final phase is greatly improved compared to the group stage. But there is a but. The teams have been having kind of some all over the place repositionings towards the mid and late game section. So we're expecting a way better improvement in that kind of section of the gameplay.
It's just, you got to try and think logically as we're kind of going through the schedule, and we'll look at the standings as well and who's likely to come out on top. But when you're going into these games, you really got to think logically based on average points per game, looking to stay consistent and looking to kind of essentially work together as a squad. Early game, great, like you mentioned, has evolved heavily. When it comes to the kind of late game we're seeing, whether it's phase 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the safe zone, these teams are hanging around the edge of the blue zone just a little bit too much for a little bit too long. I'm all for creeping around and staying just outside the edge of the safe zone. Nothing wrong with that because you can catch teams out. But we're seeing 2, 3 teams or so. They will fight against each other, but not actually fight against each other outside the safe zone. You'll have 30 seconds until the blue zone starts moving in. One team will fail to make a move. Then when they do make a move, they might take the team out, but they've taken so much damage that when the blue zone comes in, most of their squad is wiped from the blue zone. And it's just like, play safe, play a little bit more passive, a little bit more intelligently, and you will make better results, as we do see the standings in front of us right now from 16th to 9th, Maxman.
To 9th position. That's going to be Nova eSports, team from China, with 64 points up their sleeve. Once again, most of these teams are going to be having only 4 matches. Group A, they've done their matches for the weekend. They have 8 games under their belt, so they're going to be good to go.
Well,
2 teams, though, have been pretty disappointed in Group A, and that is T25 and KharDimaghh Imperium. They've been having kind of all over the place kind of performances, and also they are the only team, actually, Imperium, that had the strategy to split at drop phase, and it hasn't been paying off at all.
Not really. T25, you can see they're lying in 12th. You kind of go, oh, yeah, 12th isn't too bad. They've had 8 games. They've had 4 extra games than every single team other than KharDimaghh below them, and they're only on 54 points. That's really not going to fare too well. But as we do see, the tippity top of the mountain of the table in the semi-final standings is, of course, SRY, followed by Camp to Win and Nomad Warriors, Maxon.
SRY able to barely take over Camp to Win with that nice 1v3 clutch yesterday on Erangel on that 4th game. That was a huge play on their side. Really enjoyed it. So they're just a few points ahead, Imperium. With, though, in positioning points, Camp to Win is ahead. But yesterday they had 2 good games. They had 2 games that were a little bit all over the place. Like, once again, consistency, we always talk about that. Camp to Win, we're expecting a little bit better overall gameplay on these 4 games.
And that's the thing, even compared to the group stages, the consistency of points per match average that we've seen from these teams is lower. It should be drastically higher, but realistically it's actually lower coming out from these teams. Of course, some teams have improved, because Nomad Warriors, they are lying in 3rd overall. They had a somewhat decent group stage, but their consistency and their performances overall, whether it's both kills and match standing points, has really stepped up a game from the group stages. Of course, we do see Trust the Process and Rose, Maxon. They're coming into these into today's games, lying 7th and 8th overall. Trust the Process had a great first day yesterday for them, and they're actually looking pretty good to overtake these teams.
Well, when you look in 6th position, you have Team Hype with 8 games, and Trust the Process, they're only 1 single point behind. So they can easily get, with only 1 extra game up their belt, they can get already in the top 6, with the teams who already got 8 games done. So Trust the Process definitely looking in a really good situation. Same for Rose, just a few more extra points going their way, and they will be able to take it up for themselves. Going to have a little bit of a head-to-head situation in Imperium. Going to be Team Hype versus Trust the Process. 2 big teams, both from Nepal, represent. Going to be having a few information. Look at that, 34 kills for Trust the Process, dominating on that military base location.
Oh, there was that game. That first Erangel.
Yes.
They just...
I was so happy.
It was a feel-good moment for us. So, yeah, but in fairness, let's talk about Hype. Like, Hype in the group stage, they kind of... It was the last day that it came down to, and they did put out some great performances in the last day, by all means, but it was until the last day, and it's kind of... never wants to be like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You always want to have nice consistency and good performances so you can kind of climb your way up throughout the weeks. But they've come into the semi-final. They're lying 6 overall. Yes, they've had 8 games, but even if a good few of the teams kind of climb over them, they'll still be in a very decent position overall after today's game.
They are expected to be in the top section of the leaderboard compared to T25 and KharDimaghh, so they're doing a good job. If you have been unfortunately missing out on the action, don't know how this tournament is working out, here are the rules for all of you guys at home. Number 1 position, 30 points. Second, 22. Third, 19. All down to 0 points if you get 16 positions, which did happen to Team OnyX Imperium. So OnyX once again, another
Nomad
team,
Warriors as well.
another team that's been doing great in the group stage. We're expecting way better performances in the semi-finals, and once 1 kill equal 1 point. The only 1 point that actually Trusted Bracers need to take over Team Hype.
That is very true, as we are going to be getting into this first game now.
Hey.
Vikendi action in the snow base. Let's walk on right through Maxa and get underway as these teams are going to look to drop down. ELEMENTRIX instantly moving away outside the plane, heading towards the south.
Yeah, Winery always.
Yeah.
They always like that location. They're going to be dropping there again and again. Every Vikendi game, ELEMENTRIX has went for that location. Can't really fit. Like, not too many people go for that location, and you have enough loot for like a 4-man squad most of the time, unless you're unlucky. We've got a few rotations you can go for. You can go for Milner, you can go for Abby, Contra if you really have to. So you can easily out-rotate. They are also in the zone, and a lot of teams up north, and they're going to have a few teams maybe going down early on as they have to rotate in zone.
Of course, we're seeing about 60-40 in terms of teams going outside of the zone,
60
teams in
teams.
the zone. 60-40 percentage, Max, man. Now, we do see that Gamers of Pakistan, they kind of went to land further away from the safe zone, but they've seen it, and they don't want to land too far away from it. So, yeah, nice decision-making coming out from them. For now, Team No Mercy from Australia. They had a bit of a disastrous first day on Friday, not really pulling out the best of performances. They did have an issue or a situation, I don't know if you remember, where one of their team players did take out another one of their team players. The reason why for that was basically instead of picking smoke grenade, they picked a frag grenade. And I was talking to the team afterwards. I was like, yeah, you know, like, what's any comments for today's games? And they're like, yeah, I will make sure I don't pick.
This smoke is a little bit more round than usual.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a little. It rolls really, really well. Okay.
It's funny, and I do respect what Pun, their team leader, did say. To me, he was like, I didn't know whether to be mad at him or laugh at him at the time, because it's such a silly thing to do that you're kind of like, yeah, okay.
When you think back, you're like, hey, that was pretty funny.
Exactly.
We did, but we had fun.
Yeah, we did, so it was our own fault. So they are in this villa area all by themselves. In terms of able to loot up very nicely, very effectively, going to get what they need to get. You see that Destro is the entry leveler for their team. He's the one that looks to very much engaged, but a lot of action already. Rose looking to take out United Earth. Bit of a knockdown already, but nothing to be too worried about, I feel, from United Earth for now, Maxon.
Team Rose, that was one of the top teams in the group stage and already got a knock on United Earth. Doesn't seem like they want to follow up, though, with an engage. They're going to take their time. They're a little bit split, and I do understand that they don't want to really pull the trigger quite now. Maybe even looking for resources. Maybe some teams don't have any scopes, don't have an AKM. They maybe have a Uzi or a VSS, which who wants a VSS?
Hey, VSS is a gun of the future, okay?
Don't like the VSS.
No, like, for United Earth, their line actually really good overall. They had a great couple of games. Their average points per game has really increased from the group stage onto the semi-final stage, so that's a good step up for them.
They're number 15. They're in the top 16 where they need to be. So they're doing decent. They also got 4 games, so they can easily take over.
Exactly.
In a really good spot to try and get in that top 16. Where is the place you want to be if you want to have a shot to go into the regional finals? So top 16 is the place to be right now. A fight's going to be breaking out, but Team D-Destroyer, sorry, and also Team Astana, AST, going to be clashing a little back and forth. 2 knocks, 1 on both sides. No one really ready to engage fully quite yet, but though they do get finishing blow. Nicely done from
Onto Artmars. That's a nice knockdown. Now, in my opinion, they kind of need to follow it up, Max, especially if they are now a 4-man team. Brazil has healed up. They do know they still have that knockdown, most likely. They've got to respond to it, Max. And I talked about how these teams are being a little bit too passive when it comes to team fights. You've got to take control. Don't be afraid to take a risk, but do it as an intelligent 3 to 4-man squad.
Right now, they're going to try and commit. They did get another knock on AST.
He's underneath that
He's underneath.
building, right? Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't move, they can't hear him. But also with TPP, you can easily like scout out these kind of players, so they might be able to see him. But he's right underneath, so it seems like they haven't got the information. But if AST wants to save him, they're going to have to pull the trigger now, and they are outnumbered. They did lose a member a few seconds ago.
Yeah, true.
So I think they're going to have 2 members of AST going down, unfortunately, as we pan back over to United Earth and Rose.
Yeah.
And also,
no,
ShiNiGaMi. Oh, they left Rose, okay. They just left.
Rose did leave.
They had the car, yeah.
Yeah. So ShiNiGaMi, balck looking to kind of stay in that building. They're a little bit split, a little bit separated. Goodbye. Salute.
We will remember you.
For those about the rock, we salute you, Max and Chopper. And the rest of his team around there. Vehicle driving in, so now ShiNiGaMi balck, United Earth able to respond to that. Nearly knocking down Wolf on that jet ski, I believe. Flying over the road. That was actually a nice landing.
Hey, I get that. That was a spicy 10 out of 10. No, 10.
Nah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
You're too harsh, Imperium.
You could have done
Okay, 9. There's always room for improvement.
Okay,
9.
Okay, cool. We'll
You said 8, I said 9, 8.5. Let's make it, let's
no,
break
you
it
said
even.
10, I said 8. So we
Yeah, but I
agreed
said
on
I went
9.
back to 9, so
Okay,
8.5.
Cool. 8.5. No, they're getting into that vehicle. It's always...
Okay, that's easy headshots. That's a big mistake. If they had the information, they should not have done that. And that's going to be 2 members going to be knocked on the side of United Earth. Maybe going to go for the finish. If I were United Earth, they are very low. Easy headshots in that car. They should just leave and let them to die. Even though that seems a little bit sad, but
no,
they should leave.
I do agree with that because now AST are kind of panned around her. Even though they're kind of on their own separately, they're positioned nicely around that. They'd be able to get good information onto the rest of United Earth. However, United Earth haven't really gotten away too far. They've hung around for now. So Hale, along with Wolf, they're getting into that building compound, trying to find that little bit extra protection. They know shots are being fired by United Earth in their direction.
That was a little, I don't know if they had the information at that point about ShiNiGaMi balck. They saw Wolf, they got a few shots though. They're going to have shots once again between ShiNiGaMi and United Earth. Hassini going to be split from his team. No assistance will be coming your way unless they're able to creep it back up. But 5 was also knocked down. And that's going to be ShiNiGaMi balck praying, looking for a few more extra points for themselves. Juicy points maybe going their way as Hassini has to run for it. He's got no more HP. He's got the car, but if you take the car, you're going to get scouted super easily. You can shoot right underneath if you want. And try and get it around. He does get it nicely done with the UMP. And that's going to be 1 team swiped out. 16th position going over to United Earth.
Yes, it is. I could just want to saw one more player of United Earth there, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah. Are they?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
They went back to the Earth.
At that look at death you just gave me. No problem. No problem. As you see, Nomad Warriors and Trust the Process. Trust the Process. Very good games yesterday. Okay, yeah, 1 game was bad, but they had 3 fantastic games overall. They're currently lying in 7th place overall with 93 points, and with only 4 games to go, they have a strong chance of really ending up in around 2nd or 3rd place, even 1st place. You know, we talk about averages. If they can hit the average points per game that they have in their first 4 games, they will jump up to 1st place.
Yeah, to try and get the average they set. Like on their, like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
they've got to try and get back to that point. Team Headshot, once again, a team, they did miss 2 matches in the group stage. They were able to get enough points to get top 24. So they're now in the semi-finals. Team Headshot, they had a pretty decent performance on Miramar. They were sneaking it up, and they had actually, what place did they actually get? Let me just check that
I think
out.
it's 3rd place, I believe, or 4th place.
Where did they check that out? They were 2nd position. Second position, so that was Team Headshot. So Miramar really working out for them on yesterday's map, and now they're just going to have to try and hold these compounds for themselves. SNG on the move. You've got too much snow, you can't snake it out, so SNG is a sad SNG.
For now, but they're on that jet ski. Let's see if they can pull out a 9 out of 10 and beat out AST. Time will tell.
PUBG is not about kills, it's about driving skills.
Of course, 100%. As we do see the Saison, what is very interesting about this Saison, Maxman, is about 40% of it is water. So that does condense the land area. So it does mean that these teams will have kind of essentially less room to move around. We do see a lot of teams are by that coastline. Headshot, SOLTISQUAD, Trusted Process, Daystro. Sorry, No Mercy, should I say. The fear for me is that teams like No Mercy that are in the middle of that coastal area, that you're going to have teams firing from the left and the right of you, from the north and the south, and that can be a very scary situation to be in. You don't know necessarily how to react.
Because you've got a very big cluster of teams right there. And also, like, when you do go for the coastline in a zone that's already that big, like, it's still a pretty big zone. It's like zone 2. That's going to be zone 2 when it closes it up. You're taking a gamble. And that gamble is, if the zone is inland, you're in a pretty bad position because you've got so many teams on the same coastline that when they're going to reposition, you're going to lose like 3, 4, 5 teams at the same time. And the teams already positioned inland in those compounds, like we saw that yesterday on Vikendi with Camp to Win, they're going to dominate that next zone. So it is a gamble. It's 50-50% chance you're going to take it or not.
Like, when we look down at the south, as you are still on SNG are moving into Saison. I'd say they're going to head to... They're going to look to head around the middle area of the Saison. So I'll be looking to, as this loot crate has an AUG A3 5.5mm rifle ammo along with military vest level 3. And of course, that level 3 helmet. Nothing unusual from that loot crate, Maxon.
At least it's not in the water this time, so I'm cool with that. But yeah, they got the AUG, once again a really good weapon if you want to try and go for it. Like, you're at a compound too, so the team that does position himself on compound, maybe Team AST.
Well, that's the
might
thing.
Go for it.
I want to talk about AST real quickly because they are down in the south coastal area. In my opinion, they're in the best position when it comes to a land areas. We could see a little bit of action kicking off between ShiNiGaMi, balck, and Rose. I don't think it's going to really kick off too much. A couple of shots of fire, but nothing crazy for now.
ShiNiGaMi have the compound too, so the advantage automatically goes their way. If they do get harassed, they are closer towards the center part of the zone. As the zone is about to close up, can we, Mr. Producer, please have a view? Perfect. Oh, that was just perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Still coastline.
Still coastline, but it has whittled down to about 20%, I'd say. So it's really not as bad as it was, but still these coastal line teams, like I mentioned, No Mercy, Trusted Process, SOLTISQUAD, Headshot are looking pretty good as well because they're in the top north. So right now they only really have teams moving down to the south.
But if the zone is very unluckily towards the southeast part of that zone, they're going to have to rotate through all the teams that are on the coastline. That's going to be like, once again, as I said, coastline is a big gamble.
It is.
And that's why the teams I think that are inland, they might have the bigger advantage overall, but they're not as safe right now. Coastline is safer now, but in the future, it's going to be very hard to reposition.
That's why I said AST, in my opinion, are in the best position because they have the best of both worlds. As another loot crate drops, Maxon.
An M249. Not my favorite weapon. Recoil is insane.
Yeah, but I kind of like it. Because
it's like a big Uzi.
Okay. Screw up, papa. You know? The reason why I like it is because, yes, the recoil is very high on it, but it actually trains you to be better with your recoil work. So it means that there's a higher chance you're going to do a better job on other guns that have less recoil, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? Go hard or go home, Maxon. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Good. Okay. We'll see if Team Quadcore is able to go hard or go home.
That's
Normally
true.
They do go for castle, but not this time. So Quadcore, they're going out of their usual boundaries, really enjoying it. No Mercy, once again, the team that likes to explode, like literally. So
smoke grenades, guys. Make sure you have smoke grenades. No frag grenades.
Get that away from me. No more grenades, please.
First thing, put on Skanksy. Have you got any frag grenades? Yeah, drop them. Just drop them. I'll take them.
Yeah, give them to me. I'll be the bank for now. The Destroyer. They're going to be, after that fight they had earlier, a few players swipe out, not team swipe out, just a few players taken down on their side. They're going to be holding, once again, compound. They are inland, so they're going to be fine. And the Gamers of Pakistan, also a team we haven't talked a lot today so far. Well, it just started, but do you have a few words about Gamers of Pakistan?
Do I have a few words? Well, they're from Pakistan, if that wasn't obvious. You know, they are from Pakistan. They are currently lying in, if I can find them.
Gamers of Pakistan, let me check that out.
They're currently lying 11th overall.
Yep. I confirm.
Okay, I'm glad you confirmed.
Got my seal of approval.
Max and seal of approval. Life is good, ladies and gentlemen. Life is good. Yeah, they're currently lying in 11th. They're doing pretty good. Group stages were up and down for them. But let's see if they can stay a little bit more consistent heading into these semi-finals. I see a lot of potential from them. They've shown times where they've been really aggressive, but then other times where they've kind of gone, they've just kind of a little bit jelly-like in terms of just not knowing what to do, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Gamers of Pakistan also is a team that, like, in terms of, like, aggressiveness, they're really good. But one of their big issues is repositioning. Like, we also found that issue in multiple teams yesterday. Like, they're always snaking it out, and they never have compound. Most of the time, never have compound. I was going to another loot crate. That's going to, well, no, it was the same loot crate as earlier. And it's going to get picked up by ABBA eSport. MK Gun going to get that for himself. Once you said earlier, you like that weapon. Might be working out for them. Not a big fan, but you never know.
Time will tell. Time will tell. As another Saison is going to be closing in. There's going to be, I believe, phase 3 of this Saison going to hit us hard. It's definitely more in line, but still the coastline is a prominent area. Like I mentioned, ABA looking pretty good, but about 95% of the teams are actually in Saison.
Yeah, so they're going to be safe. A few teams going to have to rotate. It's not too far away from teams such as Team Headshot and everything, so they should be safe. Not too many kills should go down. We had that yesterday on Vikendi too. Like, we had like towards, what, 15 teams still like at zone 4, 5.
It was crazy.
It was insane. You had so many teams at the end zone. I think we're going to have the same kind of game today on this Vikendi map. As once again, compound going to be the most important location to be in, which is like, compound is like 95% of your gameplay on Vikendi because you've got so little coverage outside except terrain, rocks, and trees.
And because it's white, you can be seen quite easily. Of course, if you do get that snow-based ghillie suit in one of those loot crates. Quadcore, team from Nepal, Maxan, did just about get through in the group stages, so they will look to perform Groza on level 3 military vest, painkillers. That dark brown ghillie suit, it's not really going to be that useful, Maxon. It will be in the kind of ground areas by the trees, because we did see that one of the teams, if you remember, in Vikendi yesterday, one of the players, I forget exactly who it was, United Earth, they used the one little patch of normal ground and grass to their advantage, so it can pay off.
If there is grass in the zone.
Of course, time will tell.
We'll have to wait and see for that.
Definitely not going to be water, I'll tell you that much, Maxon. As you do see, ELEMENTRIX, one of your favorite teams, Maxon, have the best of games so far.
Unbiased casting in Pyramid, not right. Don't tell everyone on broadcast. That's why it's going to break out. Trust the process. They do have compound under their direction. Once again, a little bit of protection going the way of Team SOLTISQUAD. Once again, aka Team Move Out during the group stage. If you guys didn't know who Team SOLTISQUAD was. Going to be having a few fights back and forth. Nice fire coming out from Trust the Process. Going to have a nice flank from Vcash on the side. Now this is turned into a 3v4 in Pyramid. But once again, don't pull the trigger. This is a situation where I would not recommend to do so. Just trying to hold this compound to the better of your potential. As just information on Sanhok. Going to try and poke him down. Doesn't really get any damage. I think he had an opportunity for a few seconds, but didn't really commit to it.
Well, he's got to be careful because he knows the rest of SOLTISQUAD are kind of around there, and if he kind of exposed himself a little bit too much, he would have gotten knocked down. So it was a very clever play coming out from Vcash. Is Nepal against Nepal. Both teams are from Nepal. We do see that member of SOLTISQUAD now. Was he in the building? He went out of the building. Smoke grenades going out. Shots being fired by Vcash. I do love the fact that he's moving around. He's not staying in the same place. SOLTISQUAD will not have much of an idea. I believe that was either smoke or...
I think it was a smoke. It felt like smoke. I don't know why he would put smoke there.
That's
like,
what
he's giving more coverage to Salty.
Exactly. But now he is flanking. Like I said, Vcash's movement and positioning is really nice.
Always
I love what he's doing. Yeah, exactly. However, I do think the rest of his Trust Process team could be a little bit closer. However, they're finding the knockdowns.
Nice.
They're moving around. Has the high ground. Sugar looking to hit from a distance behind that wall, using that scope to his advantage as our Surger inside the building has good protection. I'm
loving what Trust the Process are doing here. They're not playing too aggressive. They didn't get overconfident. They're just holding compound, which you want to try and do. Going to get a knock, though, against Vcash on Trust the Process. They're going to be having shots back and forth. AJ down for also Team SOLTISQUAD. It seems like that now, Trust the Process, they're going to try and put all of their forces in this first house. Sadiha, though, is still not going to get scouted out. That smoke that was put down by Vcash, too, is going to be helping him out a lot. He's going to give him a lot of extra time. But though ShiNiGaMi is pretty split, yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs to join the rest of the team. He is now flanking around the building. He's going to look to join where the likes of Vcash and Surja is. Nade goes out. Bullet gets a knockdown onto Rukin. So that's looking good for Trust the Process for now, but it's not over till it's over. That's 2 knocks. But look at that member of SOLTISQUAD. You talk about being a sneaky snake. Oh my god. It's okay, yeah.
You peek your head out and you're going down, baby. SOLTISQUAD going to be losing one of their members. That's a knock and a kill going their way. Another one too. Going to be using Vcash though. Nice shots coming out from Salty still, but now Pangmi, he wants to try and do the move. He's going to try and flank it up. Gets a nice few shots, but doesn't really connect with that M4. The wall going to be really helping out ShiNiGaMi. No!
he pulled a no mercy.
He pulled a no mercy. That's what I'm about to say. Run away. Okay, that's unfortunate. I do the same. I can't really judge.
Hey, no judgment. We're just here to call that out.
He's really leaving though.
Like, he is
they
really
got cars.
leaving.
Yeah,
that is.
No, they're down.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
I saw on the map, it seemed like they were having cars, but no, it's not. They just both got knocked, so that's going to be 2 members down once again on their side. 3 members in total, 1 last member on the side of SOLTISQUAD.
Because the blue zone is starting to move in, so they've got to be a little bit careful. As we do see ShiNiGaMi, balck, and Nova. It is China against, I don't know exactly, Morocco. There you go.
Yeah.
China against Morocco. Bandit, one of the great game changers of this team. Chopper is away from the rest of his team. We do see 2 members, ShiNiGaMi,
They're pulling in SNG. Remember this house quarter where SNG got 2nd position, just then 2 members versus Team Rose in the first weekend. But now they're really trying to pull the trigger. They all know where they are. That's a grenade. I do believe they got cooked. Oh, no, it's a Molotov. And he cooked out. Unfortunately, does miss. And they'll be good to go. But now that's still Nova really in a good position to try and pull this fight. Chopper is split, so it is a 4v2 situation. But once again, we saw a few fights where they can turn it around in very close quarter. Weapons such as Uzi could be a huge weapon to have.
It's knocked him down. That's 1 member. ShiNiGaMi, balck, knockdown is going to try to be revived. This is going to be a chance for Nova to pull the trigger. They're pulling the trigger. That's going to be a knockdown. That's going to be 2 kills going over to Nova onto ShiNiGaMi, balck.
Yeah, that was also Chopper. There was splits, so now Chopper, what do? You run away, my friend. You do not want to pick that fight. Going to be having the next zone even more inland on top of Abby. Look at that. You have the 3 teams, Quadcore in a really good situation. Same for AST, Rose, they can try and gatekeep. You have so many teams on this west section of the map. They're going to have to rotate in. This is the section where you're going to see so many teams go down when they have to try and rotate inland. And that's going to be Chopper swiped out. They're going to take 15th position over to their side for ShiNiGaMi, balck.
Plus, ShiNiGaMi, balck had gotten 4 kills up until that point, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not the result they would like or expect going into these semifinals. Trust the process. Sorry, not trust the process, did Destroyer.
See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I know. Well inside the safe zone, as you see Nova JN managed to knock down in the vehicle 1 member of CS Pro Gaming.
When you take the car, you're taking a risk, and it's not really paying off for Team CS Pro Gaming as they do lose Nit on his knees, Imperium. A lot of teams now trying to rotate, but it's a little bit late to rotate now. You're going to be in a really bad situation, especially against Team Rose that already gatekeep in that area. So you have to rotate now, or you might get swiped out.
Too late to apologize, Maxon. It will be too late.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Got good music tasting through, I swear. Fight going to be breaking out between Rose and Nova. Who is the AKM spray coming on through? Going to put GN down. Can he close it up? Not too sure. As just kind of a nice intimate time between CS Pro Gaming. Just
nice intimate time. Hey, underneath the rock, what happens in Vikendi stays in Vikendi as Nova turn the tables on and do knock it back onto Rose. Let's see if they can do that. Zhao Z gets knocked down. That means Nova are down to 2 players. JM manages to heal up for now, but Bandit has been knocked down. This is going to be Rose playing the way Rose love to play, which is aggressive, getting the shots, getting the kills. Let's see how Nova can respond. Bandit being able to go around that building so JN can revive him, but that's going to be a lot of resources, a lot of bandages, a lot of health kits that's going to be utilized by Nova. Could it affect them getting on later into the game if they do survive this? Well, fair play. Credit to them. They're looking to revive as many people as they can.
He resends them back up, and that is not something that Rose is doing. So, like, they did get 1 member back up, but Hodge in the distance, not going to be res whatsoever.
For now.
So, it is turned into a 3v3 scenario, Imperium, overall, because they do still have a knock. CS Pro Gaming, though, they're going to be taken out once again. 14th position going their way.
Yes.
Ooh, shots fired.
Look at that.
Pretty low.
So much damage. Rose know exactly what they're doing as a smoke grenade gets thrown out by Zazie, tries to provide that area of protection, that little bit of a distraction. He doesn't go in that direction for now, which is kind of good because Rose might think they're going to head where the smoke is, and they'll go the opposite direction, maybe not be seen, be able to go around there. But I don't know what Nova's gameplay is. I don't know why they're hanging around if they don't think they can get this team fight, because right now it doesn't look like it.
Emerge is doing some huge bolt action. He's just sniping everyone around him. Nicely done for CsPro Gaming. Look at this right now. Astana with 2 members still up. Same for HS Headshot. And a lot of teams are still 4 members. Rose, Trusted Process, SNG, Quadcore, No Mercy, and ELEMENTRIX dominating this game so far. Trying to hold these compounds to the best of their potential. As Savage is going to be on his own. I don't know where his other ally is. Pretty far in the distance. And CsPro, they were able to make it out after that car move. Was a little bit dodgy, but they made it out. Got 3 members still back up. And they're going to try and rotate in compound. On
a side note, I just saw that eSports got knocked down onto 1 member of Rose, Maxon.
It just unfortunately got knocked out. 3-man partied, but turned around on its head. And that's going to be now No Mercy once again. They haven't moved off compound like in the last, 5 minutes. They just hold it. But once again, like that is how you play PUBG.
Yeah.
Just have a compound, don't leave it go.
Plus, as a team that didn't really have a good performance in the first day of the semi-finals for them, Maxon, they need to step it up a gear outside of, mistakes. So that is what they're looking to do. Quadcore also a 4-man team around CsPro Gaming. You got AST down to 2 members. No Mercy there, and then that also headshot member, one of the 2 left on his own in that small little building.
Can you call that a shack? Or is it too big for shack? Big for shack. Oh no! Shots fired between AST and the Destroyer. See you later, AST. Going to be losing another member now. They're 2 members strong overall. No Mercy still not giving up their compound. Just that is their main location. They're trying to pull the trigger with No Mercy, and the Destroyer, they're going to be clashing back and forth. The Destroyer, once again, one of the lower section teams in their group so far, and they're trying to pull the trigger. Rose there, they're going to try and 3-man party on No Mercy. He's rushing on through, but he's going on his own 1-man army. Can he pull off the move? I don't really think so, but gets a knock on top of kill. Going to get responded instantly right back into his face. But he's doing huge moves and strides for his team. Trying to continue that fight. Gansky, but that's going to be No Mercy swiped out as Rose 3-man party works out for them.
Oh my god, just like that, Rose pulled the trigger, they take that compound, they take down No Mercy, but they're going to have to be careful because you got to destroy it. However, Cashin is the only player that's left on his side. Rose,
they get 2 teams.
This is what we've seen from them in the past, in the group stage, and it's what we're seeing from them now. Beautiful aggressive play.
This is group stage Rose kind of gameplay we were looking for. A little bit disappointed in the first few games, but now they are showing up strong. As SNG on the top of this hill, they did have a few knocks. Orange, though, he's looking to engage. He's a 1-man army, always on the side of ELEMENTRIX, but maybe a little bit too overzealous. You just get 1 kill, though. Feels good, man.
Yeah, but in fairness, fair play to him. He reacts quickly, gets out of the car, moves around. You got Shigar also behind ELEMENTRIX. Orange right there. I don't know if he sees where he is. You got a grenade being thrown out. That's going to be cooked down. Well, my God.
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant right there. I didn't know he played PUBG Mobile, Maxon. Fantastic play coming out from them as you do see CsPro Gaming turning their attention onto Nova behind the rock. Bit of an open field. It is outside the safe zone, so they've only got a minute before this blue zone starts moving in, Maxman.
Bandit ready to engage on top of CsPro Gaming. I think they heard footsteps that are going to trample the trigger. They do also have a knock on some member, going to be also taking another one on top of Emerge. Not really finishing off. They still have Nit around the corner, going to be trying to respond with heavy fire, but he did lose 2 members in the process. Unfortunately for himself, My Get Squad wiped. There's still 8 teams all around. Sniping coming on through from Azrock, going to be trying to get some nice peeks, but unfortunately not really connecting any of those bullets.
And it's only a UMP in fairness.
They have compound zone.
I know, but it's only a UMP as the white ghillie suit has been picked up by 1 member of ABBA eSports, so you've got to use that to your advantage. However, it is in this ground area. SNG, you got the grass area for now. Let's see how it does end up. He is going to be able to knock down Ian to take him out. Looks like maybe, you know what he actually looked like with the white ghillie suit? What's that? What's
the Yeti.
That? Yeti, there you go.
Or Bigfoot. No, Bigfoot's
No, Bigfoot's the forest version, but Yeti is the snow version.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Imperium. Thank you very much.
No problem. The more you
7
know.
teams now. Still on board. Going to be facing against each other.
Only 15 players, Matson.
Yep. Only 15 players. That's a lot of teams for very little amount of players, actually, Imperium. Really good point there. As Nit, as we said, like, might get swiped out. Hasn't got swiped out quite yet. Still regen back to 75% HP. He's ready to try and pick that fight. Going to try and get behind their back. Does get one, but that's going to be going over to Nova, unfortunately. And Nova going to be getting that extra team swipe out. They're going to get 7th position for CS Pro Gaming.
They've got to start moving in,
Yep.
Max, and they're out in the open. You've got a lot of teams around them. SNG looking to move in, looking to get in the prime position. You've got that one member left of Trusted Process, ShiNiGaMi, in that shack, in that building. Got nice protection, but Rose are looking to take out AST just like that. They are on fire.
They are on fire indeed, Imperium. They're just smashing it as Team Rose, though. Once again, they have to rotate. They are in the zone. 7 kills going over to Nova eSport on the right of your screen. Rose, 9 kills. They've been picking fight after fight after fight and been striving in those skirmishes. Though, but Nova, they have a really good angle on Rose, and they seem like they want to try and end that kill as Bandit going to go rotate a little bit closer, getting close and personal with Rose, maybe trying to end that fight early on. But there's people in every corner of that map.
If I was ShiNiGaMi from Trusted Process, I would not shoot at all. Yeah, don't bring attention to where you are, because when the advantage of being in the shack is that you got good protection. The disadvantage is that if a squad comes in on you, you're basically screwed. You've got nowhere to go. So if I were him, I'd just play it safe, not shoot up. If you feel confident enough that you can secure a kill, do it, but not a knockdown. Don't worry about getting a knockdown.
Maybe if like you're getting swarmed over by a team, by a 4-man squad, you do a no mercy, take the grenade. If I'm going down, you're going down with me.
As you do see, talking about grenades, it was thrown out by Bleak Snake. It's a smoke grenade. As we do see Bandit Nova looking to try and prone down on that ground. Look for Rose. So you've got 5 teams left, 11 players alive. Quad Rose, but all of them outside. Most of them outside the safe zone, other than Quad and probably Trusted Process. Nova trying to move in, getting in the vehicle. Rose looking to shoot around, however, not quite connecting.
Little do they know.
Start moving in.
Little do they know, ShiNiGaMi is in that, but he's not even... Oh yeah, he's going to try and pick that 5 versus Nova. Nicely done. Does almost get the squad wipe out, but Bandit survives with just a slither of HP.
They also had help from SNG. By the way, Max and ShiNiGaMi and SNG seemingly working together, but it won't be for long.
Rose got swiped out there. We didn't even see on screen. Unfortunately, they got taken away. That's 4 teams remaining. SNG, Club, Trusted Process, Nova, eSport, and Quadcore still going to be holding that compound for themselves. Shot 5 between Bandit, but now he's going to have multiple angles of fire. The car explodes, and look at ShiNiGaMi just smashing it. He is a one-man army, absolutely doing the work on his own.
You talk about a one-man army, you've got the army of Quad still as a 4-man squad. Team. Only got 2 kills. Yep. They're still inside the safe zone. It is between them and SNG. By the way, Rose got taken out. I don't know exactly how it happened. It wasn't quite on our camera view. It was Quadcore. So nicely done by Quadcore. They have the safe zone. Bleak Snake has the ghillie suit. You've got essentially a 4v2 situation, if I'm not mistaken, Maxon. Let's see what SNG can do.
Right now, this end. Okay, you take the 2 on the left. You take the 2 on the right. Try and make it dead even. Have Molotov trying to slow down their engagement. Still, you have that Bigfoot ghillie suit on the side of Bleak Snake, and they're going to try and make it through. He does have a grenade. Once again, compound. Grenade is huge to try and force them to push in, or force them even out if you cook the grenade properly.
Maxon?
Yeah.
I reckon SNG are ready for a dance. They're ready to dance with Quadcore. No, not a Fortnite dance. It's the dance of death. It's the dance of dreams for SNG to try and secure first place. They've done well to get to this point. First game of the day in this Group B versus Group C. Let's say they're going to have to move into the safe zone. They say they're getting underneath cover. We see Azrock and Fatman trying to find him. Knocks down Bloody. Let's see what Bleak Snake can do. He does knock down Azrock. If he can follow up, but he's inside the blue zone, he's about to lose his life. That's game over. Quadcore takes game 1.
They do secure it for themselves, Imperium, and SNG, they just, like, I think that was a little bit weird last move from Bleak Snake, like he was trying to get that kill. After I do understand he was trying to get the kill, but if he could have maybe got 2 clips on the members of Quadcore and actually took them down. But once again, we were talking a little bit earlier about Team Quadcore. We wanted to see better overall standings from them, and like they get the chicken dinner, so I think that is a good standing overall.
That's, you know what, I'll take that standing, but I do think that even though Rose finished 5th overall, with the amount of kills they got, I believe that will pop them up into around 2nd or 3rd, Maxman. Although Trusted Process also got a high amount of kills of 7 overall, as we are going to head into the highlights. The Destroyer early on getting a knockdown and a kill onto AST. ShiNiGaMi, balck, taking advantage of a mistake on the side of United Earth, all 4 members being inside that car.
Yeah, that was a very early skirmish. Once again, you want to try to avoid these early fights in Imperium, but some team just went for it. United Earth got swiped first 16th position. 0 points going their way in terms of placement points. They did get a few kills, I do believe. They got like 1 or 2.
So 1 or 2.
But it's still like 1 or 2 is not.
It's not
a lot.
It's not what you're looking for.
So not really worth it. Not something that's going to get you that close to the $2.5 million cash prize. A few more extra food. That was when we had really nice siege coming out from Salty, but unfortunately a little bit of lack of synergy on their side. Not really pulling off the engage and trust the process, defending that compound really nicely.
Plus you saw that grenade that Salty threw out that hit the building and he had to run away.
It hit
so
the shack.
quickly.
It was a shack that he hit it into. So the shack, that was not a dream, but the shack of nightmares.
Shack is stupid.
I can't sleep anymore because of it.
As you do see ASD taken out by the Destroyer and No Mercy. No Mercy occupied the compound where they were for so long, but Rose came in and just absolutely wiped them out as SNG using the rock to their advantage. I love that play by Nova JN. That was so clever to go on top, kind of essentially go on top of the rock and come down. It was such a surprise move, and it was very well played by them.
That was when Shigar tried to pull his trigger on Nova. Did get a kill and almost a knock, but didn't really work out. And then it's just SNG was a little bit too overwhelming. I think that there, like, Shigar should have just played it passive, and that was the last game, that last move.
I think SNG didn't move into the zone quickly enough, but it was the last zone, so it was
but
always going
to
to be...
get up, Imperium, like, if you get up, you're going to get lasered by 4 team. Like, after you got to try and play sneaky, it did work out. They got, like, a bit of damage out there, but it's just not enough. I was going to have the current standings. Once again, Quadcore getting that chicken dinner. 33 points. They got only 3 kills, but get the chicken dinner. They got a swipe on Rose, one of the most dominant teams of this entire wildcard series, Imperium. So that's a huge win for Quadcore. And really nicely done as 10 kills going aside of Rose once again. They made up for, like, getting a lower position, like 5th position. They did actually get 24 points their way, which is the equivalent of a 2nd position place. So Rose still in a really good spot overall.
Exactly. Here's the thing, because when you look at the top spots of the top 5, trying to do some quick maths, 25, 34, 38 kills went over to the top 5 finishing teams, max on. I don't think we've actually seen that for quite a while. Normally you'll see one of the top 2 or 3 teams maybe getting 15 kills and another team getting 10. You know, but I've never seen top 5 teams getting so many kills between them. That was really impressive play. It shows that being a little bit aggressive like Rose did, even if they only finished 5th overall, like you mentioned, getting 24 points, it's well above the average of what these top teams should be looking to get every game, but they got to follow it up.
Yeah, you want the highest average as possible to secure yourself a spot in the top 16. You did just miss the game. It did go over to Quadcore. First game on Vikendi. Next game going to be Sanhok. Sanhok action. Very aggressive map. A lot of, maybe more kills than Vikendi going to be coming on through in just a few short minutes. But before we do that, actually, we're going to be doing something. I don't know what. We're
going to be talking about what happened in that last game. That's what we're going to be doing.
I was like, what are we doing now?
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. I remember I had a kind of a freeze-out moment yesterday. It happens. Yeah, just point out Nova, Rose, were so good at, like I mentioned, especially that play from JN over that rock. Rose were so aggressive with their plays. It's not even that it was calculated. Of course, there's a certain level of calculation in terms of their positioning, but they went onto a team so quickly that the enemy team didn't have a chance to respond. You saw what they did to No Mercy. Yeah, No Mercy were, of course, dealing with a bit of pressure from the Destroyer, but Rose came in and it was just like, boom, we're here, you're dead, squad wipe. And then they did the exact same thing to the Destroyer Maxon, as we do see the overall standings.
It's 5 games now. And T25, when we started this 3rd day of the semifinals, T25 was in 12th position. And now they're in 16th position. Not looking good. Also, they have 8 games, so they might be overtaken. And when you're under top 16, you're in the elimination zone. And very scary zone to be in.
You are indeed. But got to give it credit to Nova. Nova moved up quite enough. They quite a good bit. We are seeing the points difference are getting closer and closer. SNG on 91, Nova on 88. Quadcore pulling in a good performance, pushing their way up to 11th overall, Max.
Yeah, because before this game, Team Quadcore, they were actually 19th. So now they're in the safe spot with only 5 games. So they are in a really good spot.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Of course, the from a general another game on the standings, you're automatically going to move up a bit. But that increase definitely has been heavily affected by fantastic first place. Also, on a side note, Quadcore are from Nepal, so Nepal wins game 1. But look at this top 8, Max, man. Look how close the likes of Trust and RGStar are to the top 3 or 4 teams.
Trust the process was 5 games. Same for Team Rose. They are climbing really, really fast in Imperium. They did take over Team Hype. They was in 6th position. We were talking, they're very close. Only one kill was needed, and they overdid that completely, and they took it over really nicely,
Also,
so GG to them.
Also, I want to point out, Trust the Process's kill count at 41 is really impressive. During the group stages, yes, they look pretty aggressive, but definitely they've stepped up a gear when it comes to making those plays, being that little bit more aggressive, using their position to their advantage. You saw what they did against SOLTISQUAD. Vcash moving around consistently, so less chance he was going to get taken out. Really great play by them.
Some mumbo jumbo right there.
Mumbo jumbo.
Able to pull off a nice play overall. Once again, if you did miss the action, Quadcore securing the first chicken dinner of the day. We're going to go in a very short break to go into game number 2 that's going to be happening. There's going to be Sanhok today.
Yeah.
If you did also, unfortunately, miss the action during the group stage, also the first 2 days of the semifinals, you want to try and catch up, go check out the link that might pop down below. That is clubopen.pubgmobile.com, where you have all the extra piece of info you are looking for. And also, if you are watching us live from Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, as Imperium said earlier, smash that follow, subscribe, or like button,
Jeez, that was intense.
and you'll be notified once we do go live. We'll see you in just a few short minutes.
Your game, Vivo V15 series, Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. But you face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number 1 in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile first anniversary party. PUBG Mobile, be the one.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Your game, Vivo V15 series, Vivo.
And welcome back. It's Max on Imperium back again. I'm ready to jump into game number 2 on Sanhok for this semi-final series. A huge first game on Vikendi. Can't wait to see what's going to be unfolding on Sanhok.
Yeah, it was a very nice Vikendi game. Didn't fail to disappoint. I did also like the safe zones. We didn't really talk about them.
Yeah, the same.
To begin with, yeah, but it was nice because to begin with, we had a decent bit of water involved, so it did kind of lower the amount of land area within the safe zone the teams could hang around. A lot of teams around the coast, but of course we had the huge shift to kind of middle of the area. And
that killed a lot of people.
It did. It killed a lot of people.
And me likey. See, we're about to jump into the second game once again, but before we do actually do that, let's check out the overall standings. Team SRY are still in the lead with 177 points. They did do 8 games, so no SRY action today. Same for Camtowin, Nomad Warriors, but still, there are a few teams, and that is Trusted Process and Rose. They are slowly but surely climbing up this leaderboard. 3 points away from RGStarTeam. He wants to sneeze. Are you trying to tell me something in Imperium? I was like, what is he?
No, I was really trying not to sneeze. Sorry about that.
But yeah, like RGStarTeam about to be overtaken with only 3 points difference in Imperium. And Trust Process, Rose looking super good in this this early on in only the first game.
Yeah, both those teams were just so much more aggressive in that first game, looking to pick out the teams, pick off the players as quickly as possible. As we are into this Sanhok map, Game 2, semi-final, Week 1, Maxon.
This plane going to be very high up north Imperium, and probably some teams going to be going for boot camp. Who is it going to be? It's going to be, of course, Team Rose. Like, maybe actually, maybe not. I'm not too sure, but like normally Rose always go for boot camp. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because it's always been working out super good for them. Same for RGStarTeam. They always really like dropping in that kind of area. I do think we can see Rose. Yeah, Rose is going for boot camp. Where's RGStarTeam? Oh no, they're not playing today. I'm okay. RG
started. Well, why are you confusing me, Max?
Yeah, I'm confused. But no, there's only Team Rose then. It's okay. I was like, but that means that there's no RGStarTeam. Only Rose. They got boot camp. They got all the loot, juicy loot for themselves.
As you do see this first safe zone, around the kind of 40% of teams are in there right now. It is very much in the mainland, but there's a few of those bridge compounds that could pay a price later on. We do see SNG, United Earth in that North Island area. SOLTISQUAD, Nova, moving down in south. 3 teams, actually.
It's 3.
I don't know who the blue team is. No, blue team is Nova. SOLTISQUAD are yellow. Can we pan it over, possibly see what is going on in that area? But then also down in south, it is the Destroyer. There you go.
What are you doing? There's enough compounds for everyone. And all dropping at the same location, so you might be seeing some teams like get taken out early.
In the words of Clint Eastwood, this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us.
Oh, there are 3.
This town ain't big enough for the 3 of us.
Thank you very much. Meme correction, Imperium. We're going to have Nova then. SOLTISQUAD once again, aka team move out during the group stage. And the Destroyer going to be in the same compound. They might be facing out against each other very soon. We did, nicely enough, spawn with 64 players this time around, Imperium. Compared to yesterday, we had a few AFK. So today, all the players are here. More blood about to be shed.
And you like your blood being shed, don't you? Okay, you've laughed much. We do see ABBA eSports in that very north area on top of that mountain, or just beyond that mountain. HS Headshot. They are, I believe, one of the teams are kind of in the north area around by the Tamba. They are a little bit separated, though, Maxron, so it's something that they're going to have to be a little bit wary of as they get drawn, because they are about to head into
Team 7.
Where Team 7 are. I believe that's ELEMENTRIX. As a grenade goes out, doesn't connect to anything other than that vehicle for now. No, CS Pro Gaming knit. I think that probably could have been. I don't know if that was possibly an AFK coming out from him, Maxon.
I don't know, but that's HS Headshot getting themselves a juicy kill. So it feels good, man. Even though they were a little bit split early on, they get that and turn it around. So nicely done overall. Now we're going to be 63 players. I talked too soon.
Turn around every now and then. Okay, anyway. I was trying to serenade you, Maxon.
We should both sign up to X Factor.
Yeah, I know.
Might have an opportunity there.
Britain's Got Talent.
Irish has got talent.
The Irish has no talent. United Earth and SNG facing off against each other in those 2 little compounds. They know where they both are because you see they're creeping around, they're poking around, trying to find the perfect shot.
About to whip a nay-nay.
Trying to whip a nay-nay. Trying to find that perfect headshot, not quite getting there. Hassini does have a UMP, has a level 1 helmet and a level 1 military vest, so it's really not that much protection.
Yeah, it can help out a little bit early on, nonetheless, in those early skirmishes, especially if an enemy teams don't have really those tier 3 like weapons you're looking for, like the AKM, the M4, Scar L. But United Earth, though, they are looking to try and move in slowly, holding that position pretty nicely. Trust the process, though. They dropped on the edge of this map, Imperium, and they are holding this compound pretty nicely. Not much going on for them so far. And Salty, though, another team. United Earth, though, the fight is breaking out, and United Earth on the back foot.
That's the thing I was gonna say. SNG, they actually look really good position because there is into kind of 2 groups of 2, whereas United Earth have 1 and then it's 3-1. So it's a little bit imbalanced in my opinion. Plus how SNG are flanking around. However, SudoPudo does get a knockdown onto one member of SNG.
Eye for eye, Imperium. They are traded blow for blow. United Earth going to be getting another member knocked on their side. This time around is going to be Hassini. And 5 is also really low, and I don't think they have the resources to regen back up. And now they're looking to rotate over there, but they are holding that position really nice. Bloody is ready to try and do something about this situation. Trying to pull off the engage. But once again, they did get knocked. Oh, Salty going to be falling to his death.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. Hopefully we can find out later on if we can possibly catch a replay of it. But either way, SNG Bloody opens up the door. See if he can find a couple of kills with it. Knock, who's there? 50 bullets in your head.
Okay.
Not you, Max. It's okay.
Like, they only have 40 bullets in the M4.
Yeah, but once he reloads a clip, it can be another 10.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Though, third person
unless he only has 1 clip.
Once again, third person of view, he can peek around the corner. But Bleak Snake, I think, does have the info. He does see 5 beyond, and they have really good multiple angles of fire. Okay. But that means also their main forces is going to be split into 4 main forces. So they could get out-traded if the 4 team does decide to pull off the trigger.
Okay, look at United. So do SudoPudo. Absolutely love that name, by the way.
SudoPudo.
Sorry. The one thing I worry about SNG Maxon is that they are separated. I think you did reference that, and I feel that United Earth actually have a better position right now.
But like, if you're split like SNG is split, it's a good situation to go for. If you're not ready to play aggressive and just hold your position as fight's going to be blowing back and forth. United Earth, they are trying to run away from this situation, and BleakSnake has the prime opportunity to take 2 members down. Doesn't really knock down 5, unfortunately, gets a little bit of HP down whatsoever. And that gives him the info. The United Earth are only 2 members in that compound. There are 4 members on the side of SNG. Maybe they want to try and pull that trigger, but it seems like BleakSnake wants to try and get that flank on side of United Earth on the 2 remaining members and sprays them down like nothing. And that's going to be 2 kills going their way.
I don't get why the 2 members of United Earth were moving away from the safe zone. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Now they can engage. Easy for SNG. They got the Uzi too, so great weapon close quarter early game Imperium, and they're just going to be rushing it in and taking out United Earth, and they get 16th position again.
Yeah, this Bangladesh team really not playing that intelligently. They were looking good for a small amount of time, but I don't get why their team not only moved away into the open, they moved away from the safe zone. It completely made no sense at all.
Yeah, especially in the open. Why would you do that, United? Yeah. But still, mistakes were made. I hope they'll be able to learn from it at the zone. We're now going to be on the next upcoming zone, Imperium. Going to have coastline.
A good 30% to 40% of that safe zone is in the water, so that does compound that land area. We see a lot of teams moving in. SOLTISQUAD knocking down 1 member. Trust the process. Vcash is hopefully going to be able to survive, but no. AJ comes in, gets that kill. Nice reaction from SOLTISQUAD.
Cars, a.k.a. moving coffins in PUBG Mobile, Imperium. Got to try and avoid them as much as possible.
VSS kill. VSS. I told you.
Damn it.
Told you.
I thought VSS did as much damage as the splash attack from Magikarp, but apparently does a little bit more.
Can I get an apology, Kappa? Okay.
Okay, Imperium.
That is actually
VSS is not a good weapon.
It was actually nice to see a VSS. No,
don't get used to it.
No, I won't. I will not get used to it. No, trust the process. They're down to 3 players, Maxman. I believe, yeah, they are down to 3 players. They are a little bit separated. They're going to go on to Abba eSports. 1 knockdown onto MK Gun. Let's see if they can follow it around. EOT's around the corner, ducking down, prone around, but he does see it. Great vision by Bullet. They've just got another couple of members knocked down. Yes, he turns his attention on to Cerberus. Cerberus, should I say, is going to just see him around. Oh, wow, okay, Jesus. He's not fat, he's just big bone. Thank you very much. Let's see if the squad wipe is going to come down. 1 more member on Abba, but he is away in the distance. Max on.
He did lose Vcash. There was a little bit split early on, but still able to regen back up ShiNiGaMi, and they were getting 3-man party by Team Abba eSport, but they turned it around really nicely, getting a few kills for themselves. Well, 2 knocks, maybe kills. I do think so. Like, he shouldn't be able to escape. See you later.
They are getting shot in the distance.
Yeah.
I believe Maxon.
Again, 3-man party.
From SGI, ShiNiGaMi, balck, Wolf, and Chimi are trying to shoot from a distance.
Sabri going to be the last member of Team Abba eSport. Though, Quadcore, they had Compound a few minutes ago, and they gave it over to Nova eSport. Don't know what really unfolded during that piece of action, but that's very unfortunate for Quadcore. Look at that nice snipe with the M4.
Maybe they didn't like the decor of it, so...
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
We'll move it.
As you do see, SOLTISQUAD moving around nicely. They're looking pretty good. They got a nice kill on the Vcash. Very reactionary in that vehicle. Nice to see as Nova. As you said, occupy the compound that Quad did once have. Azok trying to move away. I'd like to see how they are positioned overall in terms of the safe zone and what teams are lying very nicely in terms of the position. CsPro Gaming, No Mercy. No Mercy got into a bit of trouble. They got a couple of knockdowns. I think they're down to 3 players from what I can see, Maxon.
Yeah, they seem to be a little bit undernumbered right now. 3 members still up and running. They might be clashing with CsPro Gaming. They did lose a member also earlier.
Yes,
that was Nick, I do believe, Imperium.
It was.
And they... Oh, be careful, though. Destro going to be going head-to-head. 1v2, though. Someone's still in the background. Going to be spraying with AKM. Doesn't really connect. And he's playing around that rock really nicely. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. SpongeBob reference. Imperium Gansky on the left side, though. Can he see him? I'm not too sure. Seems like he just got to safety just in time. The rush from Gansky is coming on through. He's going to try and regen back up. Or maybe it's like a grenade. He's trying to pop up. Not too sure. Does go in with the AKM also. With a silencer. Gets flanked, but Emerge going to be not emerging victorious this time around. And he will be knocked down, maybe killed.
Yeah,
the cavalry is here. Magenta. Woo! Let's go. Try and pull that trigger with the AKM once again. He does finally get the knock. on one of those members of No Mercy. Kill in the distance. Also going to get knocked for himself. Where's the last member of No Mercy? Where is he? He's on. No, he's behind him. He's still in the compound, Imperium. But he's not moving. Weird. What's going on? I don't really know. ShiNiGaMi. Oh, damn. He got two knocks with the grenade from ShiNiGaMi. Balck that's coming out from Chopper. And I don't think they able to shut them down, but now they get the kills secured on their side.
I just feel like that. Honestly, Maxon, the reason why I wasn't saying much is because that was such amateur play coming out from No Mercy. Like, it's kind of like they face CS Pro Gaming one by one, and it's like, you're not going to do that. Yes, you might have won that single fight, but we saw CS Pro Gaming getting that knockdown. It was just kind of, and then the rest of CS Pro Gaming joined the rest of their team, whereas No Mercy just kind of were like just too
and it got swiped out too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a shame. Destro is the entry and Rifler member of the team, but there's no point in being the entry person if you're the only person there, Max. You've got to have a squad behind you.
Yeah, a little bit of lack of synergy, I do believe there, unfortunately. Or a little bit too overzealous nonetheless. Like we saw in the zone though, Nova, Quadcore, and Rose, they are having compounds. They are in zone. They are the only teams, at least thought they were a few seconds ago, in zone as it's about to move in. So Rose still looking for that perfect compound to set as their home base. Haven't found it quite yet. They'll be looking for it a little bit further. Though we had a lot of players going down. We started with 64, now down to 46, and only 2 team squad wiped out. So we had some teams that do not have 4 squad members anymore. Oh, look at that, though. Salty going to be almost flanked over by ShiNiGaMi Balck, but they're going to take an exchange fire, and they will be taken down because Rose is in the distance, and Salty saw that. Then gets sprayed through with the M4. Almost taking members down, but ShiNiGaMi Balck also going to be having a few losses.
No, he had that shot, Max. He has it. Come on. You can do it.
He's behind the rock. You can't see him. Like, he's behind the rock right now. You can't get him. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. I like that joke, Imperium.
It's okay. But no, when you say it in that way, I just think of the Pinocchio in Shrek. I'm a real boy. Don't know that? Yeah, there you go. As you do see, Headshot have a nice position. They're on the edge of the safe zone. I don't mind that strategy. I've talked about it plenty of times. It's a very effective strategy, hanging around the edge of the safe zone. But once you're inside the safe zone part and not outside of it, and you don't have a lot of teams around you, it can be very effective. Rose finding a lot of good position, but they do have Nova around them. They also have, I believe, a couple of members. The Salty, it is around it, not quite taking them out. But now he seems to peek around, sees a couple of members of Nova. It is CJ moving around out in the open on top of that hill compound. Rose have the boulders, the rocks that they can hide behind. You're smiling. You want to make the joke again? Come on. It's only funny.
Okay, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry.
As CS Pro Gaming also looking to find Headshot right now, Maxman.
And knock right up. Was he VSS? No! I take it back. It's a decent weapon. They're going to be fighting back and forth. Adele is not really anywhere close to Emerge or Magenta, so you might be going down unless they're trying to pull the trigger and take that fight versus Team Headshot right now. But they're still 4 members strong, 2v4. Not the best situation to be in, but also Headshot, they're a little bit split. I do not believe where they are right now, but Nova, they're giving up their compound, which is really weird.
Nova, Rose.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Bandit knocked down by Rose. Clutch, fantastic.
Grenade cooked up. Is he going to find her? Come on. We want another Kobe move. Grenade comes on through. Does he get it? Kobe! Let's go. Gets the kill.
He does indeed. Very accurately played. It's a very safe way of securing a kill, Max, with that grenade.
Don't put yourself at risk.
Yeah, as opposed to using a grenade to get knocked down. It's actually very clever to use a grenade to get kill as they do move away. I don't think they fear that too much. One member, Rose, was taken out, though, as we saw ELEMENTRIX also looking to take out Headshot.
Headshot got third man party by ELEMENTRIX. And ELEMENTRIX have been rotating very sneakily since earlier. And now they're coming out of their bush and they are finally looking out for some blood. Imperium man able to do that very nicely. Team squad wipeout. 10 teams remaining on this small Sanhok map. 13 players all around the board. A little bit less than half. And every team is now going to be looking for these main compound locations. They are towards this spawn area. Very little mouth cover. Though Salty, Rusen, one man, going to be a little bit too lonely and taken down by Emerge with the AKM.
I think that puts SOLTISQUAD down to one member left. Is the only one remaining as ELEMENTRIX moving, and Sean Orange looking to join the rest of his team very effectively. Moving around, we are getting into this zone where it's getting a bit more open, Max, man. is going to see these teams having to try and use the natural protection around them to survive as Emerge points out, tries to find that final member of SOLTISQUAD as man is being taken down by Rose. Rose and the Destroyer coming at each other. It is a 4v2 situation. Nice. Can he flank around? But no, great play by Hodge. He's going to try and find another kill onto the final members of the Destroyer. He's going to look to revive. I think that was a squad wipe.
Yeah, they got the squad wipe. That was just such a nice pressure management on the side of, specifically Hodge, on the side of Rose. They were just overwhelmed. Like, they go in flank, left, right, and center. And they did come out on top at the end. 8 teams remaining all around the board.
But one thing I think that Rose had an advantage was instead of Destroyer having the small trees, Rose actually had a full-on rock, and I think that actually provide them overall better protection.
Yeah, also that tree was a little bit too thin, Imperium, so can't really hide behind. Like, once again, gotta work out a little bit. Gonna have a nice replay from the action coming out from Hodge and one of the beasts of the Rose.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He had the big rock protection that he was able to hide behind and move flank from left to right. Whereas Destroyer, they did try and position around effectively, but you saw only one member of their team moving around. The others stayed there like trees, and it just didn't pay off.
That tree was not thick. So that was not working out for them. Once again, 8 teams all around the board. ELEMENTRIX still going to be rotating. Hyozu, their main shot caller, very low, will be able to regen back up to 75% HP. They do have a nice angle on Games of Pakistan, but though they're a little bit split, so 2 main angles going to come back. But though Hodge,
ShiNiGaMi,
playmaker.
Sohail, the Shack taken out. As Orange is going to turn their attention on the gamers of Pakistan, but they are going to really respond with a knockdown onto Sean. Kill onto Sean. Rose do finally get take down Sohail. Revenge as Junior on ELEMENTRIX takes down Alpha, SngcLub and left Maxman.
Junior had no protection. The rock was going over to their side, and they were able to turn it around. Nicely done. Orange is a huge playmaker for his team. Able to get that for himself. 7 kills. 17. 5.
And only 15 seconds until the blue zone starts coming in. And we have 3 or 4 teams outside the safe zone. This is what we talked about from that was happening yesterday. Move into the safe zone. Play safe. Let the blue zone do the damage on the enemy team. You play your own game.
Well, Nova is towards the zone. They can rotate easily in. And
True.
Nova are really holding that location super well. Games of Pakistan did clash with ELEMENTRIX. They did lose a few of those feathers during that skirmish.
Look at Quadcore. They're
playing
deep inside the compound. They're well inside the safe zone. They got no teams around them.
Copy, paste what happened on Vikendi. They got the chicken dinner last game.
Copy pasta.
Copy. Yeah, but don't. No, you're going to get Twitch chat started, Imperium. Don't do copy pasta, please.
Copy pasta in chat, guys.
No,
copy pasta Nepal in chat. As you do see, Mr. Huzo VSS once again onto Gamers of Pakistan. Rose are outside the safe zone. That's going to be him down for the count. This is what we're talking about. Rose trying to move away, dealing with a lot of pressure just inside safe zone. He's just about managing to survive.
No more HP remaining. They did also lose Hodge earlier, so I do believe that's the last member on their side, Imperium. Yeah, it is the last member on their side. So he's going to try and regen back up, 75% HP. On the move right now. That's to try and get to the compound, but Quadcore are defending it well.
Run.
Yeah, but Quadcore still going to be shooting in the distance, Imperium, and I do not think that he can make it out. Look at that. Mombo Jumbo moves coming on through. Going to try and be in the Matrix movie. Gets the boulder, gets the rock, and does get to safety just in time.
His dancing lessons have paid off, Maxman. The salsa is working for this Chinese Rose team. Yeah. No, Quadcore occupying that safe zone so effectively. We were down to 6 teams, only 12 players, Maxman. So some of these teams have, because 3 of those players are in quad alone, so that leaves 9 players over 6 teams.
And also Quadcore is from the Power. Huge team so far in the semi-finals. So CsPGPk and Rose. Can't really see him once again the boulder, but like you do have the grass too, so gonna have some few sneaky plays coming on through. If Rose moves, it might give out his location.
I think Magenta sees where he is though. I think he knows he has an idea. Now Nova are on the other side, just around. So they have a nice bit of space, only 2 members know. Oh, SNG also now moving in the safe zone, trying to put a little bit of pressure onto Quadcore.
Oh, the zone. Someone's gonna have to move right. Ooh. He's gonna come on. Who's gonna move first? He knows exactly. Actually, Imperium knows exactly where Rose is.
Yeah.
He's taking a little bit of damage. So he's gonna trample the trigger on the side of Nova, but a little bit too overwhelming. Nova will get the upper hand at the end of the day, secure that kill. 4 teams actually now, 3 teams remaining as Nova do get swiped out. Damn, that's huge.
Look at what SNG are doing. We talk about them being sneaky. They're being aggressive. They're being clever. However, Grenade coming out from Quadcore, trying to connect onto either Bloody or Bleak Snake. It doesn't quite get there. But Rose managing to survive. How does he do it? You know why? Because he let Magenta take all the pain, take all the pressure as is Nova, and now he's going to be able to move in without being taken out.
And he swiped out Nova on his own. One-man army, perfectly done from Rose. The Rose, we call them the Beast when we can't say their name, unfortunately. Oh, no, that mistake, the Molotov right inside of that pillar. They are forced now to move away. They're going to take too much chip damage. Imperium, they're now to the safety close to that entry wall. So they're just a little bit safer, having time to relax and breathe. But now, they're in form, trying to engage it. Good for Imperium. SNG a little bit all around the place. Asrock did give over that house for himself. Look at that, it's just going absolutely all around the place. Quadcore losing members 1 by 1. And that's going to be the team that didn't have compound, SNG, coming out on top. And now it's a 1v4 Imperium. Rose just chilling, and it works out.
And they've got the safe zone as well. Sorry, not they, he. Well, he is a one-man army.
He or she.
I'm going to call them they. I am going to call them they because they are beasts. They are an army. They are a tank ready to destroy the way through. In behind the grills, he's going to get knocked down, but game is over. Goes over to SNG.
SNG coming out on top. SNG did not get any games going their way so far in the semi-finals. Imperium, they're going to get finally their first chicken dinner. They're the first everywhere, and that's going to be working out for them. Rose, though, second position once again. Very consistent team, really enjoying it. And Quadcore, they got #1 position last game on Vikendi. This time around, getting third position. Still, Quadcore, they're looking so far ahead every single time, always securing compound right in the center of the zone. We were expecting teams to really try and rotate more efficiently. Quadcore has definitely stepped up their gameplay.
Intelligence personified coming out from Quadcore, but we are into the highlights of this game as United Earth Vcash gets taken out by SOLTISQUAD. As I talked about, nice reactions coming out from them, but we are going to move on progressively. Bullet and the rest of the Trust Process team did take out ABA eSports very effectively.
Mamma mia. That was a very nice move.
It was, and now CS Pro Gaming emerged 1v1. This was the mistake we talked about from No Mercy. They were so just disorganized in their play, in their engagement, that it just, I expect better from them coming on in the future.
There was that nice, sexy grenade coming out, able to really get 1 kill and a knock, and that was also Adele that was really able to do a lot of nice solo moves. ShiNiGaMi, they were trying to rotate in a really weird way, Imperium.
Yeah, but look at Rose. See that play coming out from that member, Rose. Got that knockdown onto Bandit, got the kill with the grenade, and then moved away. It was so effectively done. And then as we get on, Hodge was making so many plays in essentially what was kind of a 1v4 situation. 2v4. So clutch.
Yeah, they did a 2v4 situation in Imperium. Like, that was just the boulder, the rock working out for them. That not tree thick, not thick tree. Like, my English is gone. I don't know.
It's okay, no problem. As we will continue on through these highlights, Gamers of Pakistan, they were relatively quiet, Maxon, in this game, but they finished pretty high. Didn't really get a lot of kills, but it's nice to see them performing a bit more effectively.
Better. Like, that overall is way better than what we saw them perform. That was when SNG was pulling off the trigger, and they really got that nice compound swipe on Quadcore. Rose, 1v4, a little bit too much.
I think he could have probably waited a little bit longer, to be honest, and played it a little bit safer. But either way, we do see the results for this game. SNG coming out on top with 39 points, followed by Rose with 30. Consistency once again coming out from them at 24 and 30 pointer between game 1 and game 2. Nova eSports with the 7 kills coming out in 3rd place. CS Pro Gaming on 4th. ELEMENTRIX 5th. Quadcore, even though they finished 3rd overall, because they got 0 kills, they only got 19 points, Maxon. So 6th place finish with those 19 points, better by all means, and still consistent, but not as effective as I kind of think they could have been.
They can do better. Like, they've still got 2 games on Erangel, so that's going to be a huge opportunity for these teams to try and step it up an extra notch. But we saw some teams like, once again, Quadcore. They've been doing so good today. Game #1, Vikendi, chicken dinner. This game all around, 3rd position, looking super far ahead. So I can't wait to see what they're going to try and pull off on Erangel, because overall, Erangel for Quadcore hasn't been their best friend. No, they don't have a good past, Imperium. No, so maybe they're trying to fix that.
Hey, you gotta make amends. You gotta make right of the wrongs you've done in your past life, so to speak. Maybe that might be a little bit too much, but it's kind of Quadcore. If they learn from their mistakes and learn what they did wrong, then they will improve. And talking then about that, like No Mercy, I'd say they don't seem to be learning from their mistakes. We saw it in the group stages where Destro would go in and the rest of his team would be nowhere near him. It's like when you're going to 5v1 fight on a mobile game and you kind of go 1v5 and you expect to take it on. But no, that's not going to happen. And then the rest of his team then followed through but in a 1v1 as
like
well.
one member, then one member, then another one, and just really split. No really synergistic on their side. Now we're going to have a look at the overall standings right now. We have now 6 games for these groups B and C, respectively. Imperium, Nova Esport in 9th position. Then a few teams once again hype with 8 points, and they are slowly going down this overall standings. And a little bit scary position to be in.
Kind of. I still think they're going to be safe enough to be in the top 16, Maxman, because SOLTISQUAD, who haven't been performing amazingly, have 40 points in 2 games to overtake hype. T25 have moved down from the top 16, as we've seen, but Nova Esports being a little bit more progressive, still 2 more games for them to make amends and make these massive plays for.
Also then, I believe that because of this game, teams like T25 and KharDimaghh are even lower in Imperium, so very scary position to be in. We're going to have now a look at this top 8 standings overall in this Spring Split semi-final series. SOI still in the lead, not overtaken quite yet, but some teams are lurking in the shadows, and that is Rose. They did actually overtake SNG Club. There was over them.
And Trust the Process.
Well.
Yeah.
So Rose just destroyed everyone right now. Because SNG did also take over Trust.
Exactly, because Trust the Process did not have that good of a game. I think they only got,
a lot of
3 kills. They didn't get that many kills. They only got, I think, 3 kills that they got in that last game because they were on 41. They're down. They're now up to 44.
I think it was a lot of knocks.
Yeah, it was a lot of knocks. But if you're not getting the kills, you're not getting the points. Points mean prizes, max on, and you've got to aim for the prizes. Of course, SRY still occupying first place. But yeah, when we look at the 2 games, Rose are about 45 points away from taking over first place. That's an average about 22.5 points per game.
Yeah.
It is doable because they have hit heights of up to 25 points per game. We know how aggressive they are when it comes to kills. If they transfer that onto overall standings, it will be very good for them.
Because Rose has been known in the group stage to be a team that didn't really aim for positioning points.
No.
Like they would sometimes like get most of the time like top 5, top 6. Like they would still get a pretty decent amount of points, but like those kills once again, the first weekend, 70 kills. They had the kill record over all of the regions, above India, above NA, EU, all the regions all above. So we're expecting a lot more from Team Rose in terms of now positioning points. We're now going to have this little head-to-head situation of SRY versus Cam to win. SRY still number 1 position, Cam to win in 2.
On a side note, SRY nearly got double the amount of kills as Cam to win have. Like nearly double. That's a ridiculous increase. And Cam to win, I hope will kind of look at that and kind of go, okay, we might need to be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, but they're only just a few points away, so really their positioning points are way higher compared to SRY.
True. But if they, like what I'm trying to say is, I suppose if they can match their positioning points with their kill points, you know, from that point of view, then that will
play a little bit more aggressive.
Of course.
Hasn't been really working out for them on the last few games that they had yesterday, though. So Cam to win, once again, a team that's very aggressive, but positioning sometimes is really good, sometimes it's not that good. So we're expecting way more from these kind of teams in Imperium, as we are about to crack open once again. Game 3 and Game 4, they're going to be on Erangel. Just say Erangel. Feels nice.
ASMR Erangel.
Feels nice, doesn't
it? Feels good, man. We had a fantastic Erangel game yesterday, Max, man. I'd say it's got to be your favorite game
base
so far in this PUBG Mobile Club Open. It was a military base finish. It was Trust the Process coming out on top. Not just out on top standings, but dominating with kills. It was one of those few games where we saw them really heavily show that they are proving to be the military-based masters.
They got kicked out, though, once by Nova Esport. So, expecting a lot of Team Trust the Process on this Erangel map. Just going to have twice in a row. Once again, thank you so much for watching this second game on Sanhok. If you did just miss the action, it did go over to Team SNG. Game number 1 on Vikendi did go over to Team Quadcore. Quadcore, twice in a row. Number 1 position on first game, second position, third position going their way. So congrats to them. Going to have to see how, once again, Erangel is going to work out for them. Going to go now for a very short break. But before we do so, if you have unfortunately missed all of the other action that happened during the group stage or the start of the semi-final series, don't hesitate to go over to the link that normally will pop down below, clubopen.pubgmobile.com, to have all of the current standings and information about your favorite teams or countries, because I know there are a lot of Nepal fans out there. Also, if you're watching us live from Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit that like, follow, or subscribe button. Smash it, as Imperium said earlier, and you'll be notified when we do go live. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in just a few short minutes.
Up your game. Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
PUBG Mobile for free.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
And welcome back. We're about to jump into game number 3 on Erangel. Some Erangel action coming to you guys right now. Maximum Imperium once again ready to go into the action very shortly.
Yeah, of course.
How's it going to unfold?
PUBG Mobile Club Open. It's going to unfold very, very heavily, in my opinion, Maxon. As we talked about yesterday, we had a great 2 Erangel games. I've talked about it all the time. It just doesn't disappoint. Of course, the PUBG Mobile Club Open is brought to you by Vivo, the official sponsor and the official smartphone for the PUBG Mobile Club Open. So have a check out of that fantastically beautiful device. And while you're on the interwebs, if you've missed interwebs...
Only old people say that.
I am an old person. As we are getting into this game, first map of Erangel, I'll quickly say if you want to check out all the standards, you can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. Maxman, let's talk about this plane trajectory. It's heading towards military base.
Are they going to go for military base?
I know one team that's going to go for military base.
Who is it? I don't know. Is it probably in the PAL team?
It's not Trust the Process. They never land there. What? Kappa?
Yeah, that was a big Kappa.
That was a big oof.
That was even Kappa Pride, I think. I believe.
Oh, hey, man, you can never have too much Kappa Pride, as you do see these teams are starting to land. I know Rose is going to go for Pachinki.
They will got their favorite area.
Landing in Pachinki. Yes, as you do see CsPro Gaming, ELEMENTRIX, ELEMENTRIX do love landing in George Pool.
But
the
Destroyer, first.
Yeah, true. Destroyer, I do like where they're landing around shooting range, playing it safe, keeping out of trouble because they need a good result. ELEMENTRIX have not really looked too good in this first game, but AST not afraid to go at ELEMENTRIX right now.
ELEMENTRIX also in their home landing pyramid. That is George Pool, container George Pool. They are ready to try and pick that fight. Gonna have a little bit of a interesting situation. AJ trying to go for those road kills right now, trying to make some meat on the road. He gets one. AJ doing some work. They have no weapons on the side of headshot, and he's coming in for round 2. Guyton avoids that engage.
He missed it. I reckon he should just get out and punch,
just
punch
like,
him to death.
Run him over, get the kill. There it is. There it is.
AJ gets a kill for SOLTISQUAD. But I tell you what I do like that he's doing. He's now instantly driving away. He's gotten what he wanted, which is a kill. and now move away.
And now he created a man advantage for himself, which is great.
Exactly. Look at this safe zone. First of all, it's very heavily in the north. Quadcore also shooting out a couple of damage, as we will see. It's very heavily on the north. Very few teams are outside of it, only about 5 or 6 outside of it, Maxman. But also what's really interesting, about 20 to 30% of it is in the water, so that does compress the land.
Yeah, we have a lot of water zones throughout this semi-finals so far. Vikendi, Sanhok's had some water finishes. It's really nice to see, but look at that big cluster of players towards PMCO. They want to face against Rose, say, now, this is our town.
It's very nice.
There's not enough place for 6 or 7 of us.
This town ain't big enough for all of us. There you go. As you see, ELEMENTRIX, they do have AST. They did have AST around them, but I think AST moved away, Max.
Like, that's ELEMENTRIX. Run away.
Let's get out of there.
Let's get out. A lot of respect coming out from these teams. Also, like, ELEMENTRIX, once again, I did have a chat with them a few days ago. Their team is very, very respectful about their enemies, so they're going to always try and play as cautious as possible. And that's something I really enjoy, because especially in a game when you got to play passive early, it's really nice from ELEMENTRIX.
I hate to say it. It hasn't looked like they're playing safe as of the first 2 games, Max.
Maybe not safe, but respectfully.
Maybe they're playing too respectfully. Maybe they're letting the teams get first blood on them too easily.
Please, take my life.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but no, in fairness, of course they're always going to try and transfer that onto their gameplay, but sometimes it doesn't transfer the way you want it to. Hopefully they will get a better result. Trust the process. In this Nova area, along with SNG, it could be essentially kind of a 4v4 situation, although Bleaksnake is on his own and has been on top of those compounds, so it's going to be a little bit seen.
Last time Trust the Process did fight here, they did get swiped out. So, bad memories. Got to try and overcome that.
But the last time they were a military base, they won.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Thank you for that little piece of info.
The more you know. At CS Pro Gaming.
Had a bad last game.
Look to loot up. They did have a bad last game. ABBA eSports had a little bit of a better last game. Got a couple of kills. Yeah, but then also
Trust the Process, they clashed, they got lost.
Exactly.
Like, Mamma mia, swiped out.
Okay.
Okay. Just gaming references out there for all of you gamers. All good. Rose, once again, in PMCO, it seemed like PMCO got deserted. Same for ELEMENTRIX on the George Pool. Like, hell no, we're not staying here. We're leaving right now.
Yep. As Rose just owned the PMCO area, United Earth
Always
in the Roz Hawk area. Kind of a little bit on their own, which is nice. They do need a good result. They did not have a good game last game. Headshot trying to move in. Not open land. Not too much loot in those buildings, I would imagine, to be honest, Maxon. So they will look to move in to get a better area.
They were getting run over by Salty, so they had to get to the closest building possible, Imperium. And they did get, like, at least they got a few extra weapons, I do believe, unless they got really unlucky. As well, still, now it's 62 players on the map.
Better than kick in the face, anyway. Better than a kick in the face.
Or getting rolled over, yeah, definitely.
Get run over, yeah. Nobody wants to get run over. Feels bad, man.
AST splitting. Ooh. You know teams that split, that's KharDimaghh and T25, and they're in the lower part of those.
Yeah, but the difference is they normally like to land separately, if that makes sense. Whereas AST, they've landed together and they're just split up for now. I do think they are getting in that vehicle and they will join the rest of their team and move out into a different area. Trust Gamers of Pakistan, should I say. Headshot moving in. Only 2 members of their headshot right there, but he's joining the other third member, which is Savage. We have a look at the overview of this safe zone. No Mercy, who love landing in Primorsk. They're going to be moving in. Trust the process, getting into that vehicle and going, They are heading right in the path of ShiNiGaMi, Balck, and Quadcore Maxman. We could see a 3-team engagement.
Pretty scary stuff for Trust the Process. They're going to try and make it out this military base area, but ShiNiGaMi, they are going to try and be the gatekeepers of that bridge. Have to see if the River Trolls will be able to keep it up for themselves. Going to go back over to SNG.
Happens.
First place last game for SNG.
Was a
Can
good
they
result.
reiterate that?
Nice to see them coming out on top once again. They needed a good result by that. Helps with their confidence, helps with their overall scoring, and gives them good scope of realistically what they can achieve in the semi-finals. ShiNiGaMi, Balck. I don't think they quite see where Trust the Process is. They would have heard those vehicles. They do seem to be responding for now, but they got to be a little bit careful.
They were looting in the bridge compound, not taking care of bridge, so that allowed Trust the Process to luckily make it through. So that's pretty nice. After Trust the Process, there were like 4 members in a car. They did split into 2 cars when they had the opportunity, so I do really enjoy that from Trusted Process. We saw so many team swipe outs, all losing 2-3 members because they were all in the same car.
And here's the thing, as we've been talking to the other casters, it's not just the wildcard region, we're seeing it all around the other regions. For some reason, they just seem to, I don't know if they're kind of, I wouldn't say lazy, but I don't know if they're just not too bothered at looking for another vehicle. They're just taking a bit of a risk, but it's not paying off for a lot of them. So hopefully these teams will look to improve as this next safe zone is soon enough going to be closing in. But what I do like is the majority of the teams are moving into the safe zone earlier than we are used to seeing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about at the very start of the broadcast, Imperium. These teams have not been the best in terms of repositioning. Really aggressive, a lot of kills going through, but positioning is what will get you those chicken dinners.
To the blue zone.
Yeah.
Not
like
good.
how many? It would be really interesting to see. We might actually check that out after the broadcast to see how many players or teams got swiped out by the blue zone this first weekend of the semifinals.
I would definitely, if it's possible to get that statistic at any point. However, trust the process. Going on to ShiNiGaMi balck. The tables have turned because ShiNiGaMi balck were near a driving pass through Trusted Process earlier on, but didn't respond. Trusted Process being able to get a couple of shots, but nothing really heavy.
Yeah, just fine. ShiNiGaMi on the move, going to try and get to a compound ASAP. Imperium seems like they're going to be going for this mid location. They'll be fine. Has a little bit of high ground and also really good zoning potential in that compound because you have no buildings all around except a few trees and a bit of grass. As a M49 going to be dropped out and a ×8 scope on this huge map that is Erangel. Spicy goodness if you can pair it up with a spicy sniper.
Mimi likey, Mimi big boy. As we are going to see the second zone moving in very close to shooting range, but also not only is it still in the water, by now about 40%. 40, but then when you add about 10% of the river, that does make up about 50%.
We're having a math battle. Okay? We're having a math battle right now.
Don't try and outmath me, boy.
2 + 2 is 4, -1.
No.
That's 3, quick math.
What's 2 and 2?
Okay, didn't understand the reference.
No, what's 2 and 2?
4.
No, it's 22. There you go, you just got played, boy. As you do see, SOLTISQUAD and Headshot are near each other right now. Like I said, a lot of teams are in the safe zone. SNG are looking to move in. They are one of the last teams to actually move into the safe zone. You're a little bit salty about that, aren't you?
I'm judging you so hard right now, Imperium. My face is a face of despair.
Only God can judge me. Thank you very much, Maxon.
Okay.
As we do see, they are going to come together sooner rather than later, Maxon. I do like what SOLTISQUAD are doing. They need a good result. They haven't performed as well as I know they would like to. That name change hasn't been the most beneficial. I don't think it's the reason by all means, but it hasn't brought them the biggest amount of luck.
They're not called Move Out anymore, so they don't move out anymore. They just stay on place and die.
They just stay being salty.
Yeah.
Yep.
There it is. Hey guys, level 9,000 puns over here on this wildcard series. The best puns in this entire spring split. Stick around on the wildcard series. Don't go over to the other ones, please. We're the best. We got the best players.
No. Support every single region here in the PUBG Mobile Club Open. I'm sure you'll agree, Maxon. Yeah. No? Okay, no problem. Fair enough. But now, look at this, Maxon. Severny, an area that isn't normally occupied, but these teams are moving in quick because they know positioning is going to be key. Because you have a lot of high ground, you have a lot of mountainous areas as CsPGPk and Rose coming against each other. Rose not afraid to be aggressive in these team fights, and they're doing exactly this, trying to knock out CsPGPk, but in that vehicle, they move out quick.
That was a huge risk they just took there because they didn't rush around the compound. They
went
rushed right through. So you got 2 angles of fire. They're going to be able to snipe you down. They didn't lose anyone, so very lucky for CsPGPk. Rose wasn't able to respond fast enough. But still, just play it safe. If you got a compound, you're not too sure if people are in there, go around, play it safe. Just check it out.
Yeah, very true. I've got to give respect to No Mercy, Maximum, because they started in Primorsk, and they've quickly made their way up to Severny. So credit to them, playing a lot safer. It's exactly what they need to do. We still have 12 minutes in, 62 players, maximum, and 16 teams is what we do see as ELEMENTRIX pulling off a No Mercy.
Orange knocking down Yozu, which is a shot caller of ELEMENTRIX with a grenade.
I really want to see that.
I want to see that.
I really want to say that. Aren't you glad to meet me? But I don't think I can say it seriously. It's the only orange pun I know, okay? If I knew more, I'd say
that's why there's only one, because they're not good puns, Imperium. Oh, grenade coming on through. Another Kobe coming on through. Boom! Man, these Kobe plays, I'm loving it. So precise.
Fantastic play, but now Salty
very
need
fast.
to move in. They need to move into say so sooner rather or later. We do see a loot crate has dropped by the coastline. It's not quite in the water, so it could be pretty viable.
Precious
Oh my precious, no mercy. From the middle of the area, they've got 2 or 3 teams around them. They got Nova, they got United Earth as SNG. Not just 2 or 3. They got a lot of teams. They are still on the edge of this next zone, so they technically don't have to move, but in my opinion, they should want to look to move towards shooting range. However, it could play a little bit of a risky situation. SNG being shot out in that vehicle by United Earth.
Got some speed. Bleachnik will be able to make it out of this compound zoned out by United Earth. But still, this is another coastline zone. It was about 40 to 50% water, Imperium. That's going to be a huge play. Also, yeah, the Destroyer, they're in the dead center of the zone. They have a compound under their control. They're in a really good situation to be able to take this game. But once again, you have so many teams that are slowly rotating towards that. If you have 3, 4 teams trying to get to the compound at the same time, it's going to be too overwhelming. You will get shut down.
Yeah, exactly. That's... We talk about it. It's a good thing in the short run, but in the long run, it can be very risky. That's why playing on the edge of the safe zone, while still being able to give yourself a nice bit of movement positioning, can be a lot more helpful. ShiNiGaMi, balck still in this. We do see Trusted Process going in on to CsPGPk. Nice driving ability by CsPGPk. Rather than trying to drive in a straight line, they do weave in and out, as you should be doing. They are in 2 vehicles, but Trusted Process trying to stay where they are. They are outside this safe zone. If I am correct, they will want to start moving in sooner rather than later. Also trying to get a couple of shots onto AST, Maxon.
AST also on the move, just like CsPGPk. Shots fired a little bit with this M4, really stable weapon at this range. It can connect a few bullets, but still you want to try and get to 100, 150 meters to have the most potential out of those AKM and M4 weapons.
Especially with only a red dot side. However, a grenade has knocked down one member of the Destroyer. CsPGPk, they were taking a decent bit of damage in that vehicle. But now they've joined the compound. They have nice protection. They are going to turn their attentions onto the Destroyer.
Another grenade coming on through. Doesn't really connect, a little bit too far, but now they're going to just be rushing into this house, trying to pick that kill. But Nit did get knocked, actually, by Crazy in the background. They should be able to get that nice fight for themselves, but that's going to be Nit. Going to be regen back up, though. He is behind the safety of that wall of that house, so he's going to be fine. But still, that's turned into a 3v4 scenario overall, going over to CS Pro.
Somebody show that clip to No Mercy. That's how you flank and dive in as a 4-man squad.
And that's how you throw grenades.
Exactly. Well, yeah. As we do see the 3 members of the Destroyer trying to look to come up together. They will want to join each other. We do see Zeo and Crazy now join the rest of the team. Does jump quite high off that building, but doesn't take that much damage. He's now going to flank around, move around, join the rest of the team. Very clever play coming out from the Destroyer, Max.
Yeah, they're going to have to leave it now. They're just going to get a little Q overwhelmed. They have 3v4 situation. They've got to try and leave as soon as possible once again.
No mercy.
Yeah, Quad, not compound this time, so maybe not a good game for Quadcore. There's still only 2 members remaining. That's going to be ICLM and the screen change. I didn't see his name.
The next section, such a chunky difference. Still a bit of a coastline.
Big. I like them chunky.
Okay. As you do see, it's a very much love the safe zones. It's very much favoring teams like No Mercy are just kind of trying to go in there. However, they've got to be careful. Destro, normally the entry level, he's in the vehicle. I don't think you're going to want to go into a team fight being in that vehicle, as Punisher is trying to hide behind a rock. Wolf is on his own, though, Maxman.
Yeah,
they can climb in onto him.
We are in this entire Wildcard series. We have 2 players called Wolf, and they always play super solo. So maybe it just works out for them. Going to have, once again, like a few members dropping to their deaths today.
One member of AST fallen off a cliff. I would love to see that. But now Punisher getting punished from the other side by the other 2 members. ShiNiGaMi balck trying to run him over. I think he was able to hop up on top of that rock and survive. That's nice. Park is still coming out from Chopper. Let's see if he can flank around, trying to get that kill on the Punisher. He seems to be surrounded, and you do see that final members of No Mercy just left him.
A lot of players now getting swiped out. 10 players getting killed this early on. 16 teams still up on board, though, Imperium, so that'll be good. Quadcore, though, they're going to, as I say, they're going to be swiped out, and that's going to be 15 teams up and running.
No, it makes sense. He must have fallen off the cliff.
Rip.
Pepperoni, pepperoni.
Yeah, they're going to be losing them. But though Trusted Process is going to be also pulling that trigger with Team Nova eSport. Trusted Process is going to have one member knocked right off the bat, and also Vcash did die. So it turns really into a 2v4 as Nova are still 4-man standing. Did have a knock on top of A. Sugar knocked 2. But where is he?
Sugar is there.
Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, Utsurge.
But like, where is he, sneaky devil? And it's Susagara getting sniped down. Almost gets a kill. 130 HP remaining. Oh, he got him! Zelxy with the M4 once again. Super stable weapon. That is the perfect range to hit those bullets.
So nicely done. He was so close to getting over that cliff's edge, and that's a squad wipe coming out for Nova. Trust the process. Unfortunately, have another bad game that's going to affect them going into the overall standings.
Nova barely finishing that fight with Trusted Process, taking that squad wipe, and now looking for another one on Gamers of Pakistan. Getting one kill on Panic, trying to look for another one. He's going to have a rush coming on through, but ABBA, they are holding that house really nicely and able to get one kill of United Earth.
Oh, unfortunately, MK going to get taken out, but Sabri is going to join the rest of his team. Going to try and take out the Destroyer one by one. Let's see what can happen, but they are down to one member. 2 of them are dead, 1 is knocked down.
Yeah, Eod's probably going to die right now unless Sabri wants to come back and be the superhero of this move, but I'm not too sure that's going to be able to work out. You don't want to really pick that out of situation. You're going to be outnumbered 1v2, so don't go for that whatsoever. Gamers of Pakistan still. Alpha is up and running. Same for Yamin, and they are just going to be holding that compound once again against Nova. That was a really nice positioning from Sohail, able to snipe on far. ShiNiGaMi balck. Not getting anything, though. S going to get the kill on one member of ABBA, too. Nova, though, they're going to be using Zelxy, the sniper of their team. He'll be good, though. They're going to have 2 knocks. That's going to be... oh, no, Gen is not knocked. Sorry, he's just still very low. And Zelxy going to get regen back up. Where's the safety of that wall? Grenades coming on through. No Kobe moves from Gamers of Pakistan, but Yamin is still knocked. Alpha, last member remaining. This will be a 1v4 scenario. Alpha, maybe you're just better off just playing it passive, trying to rotate and snake it out.
He's got to... Maxon, he's got to move out because the safe zone is now going to be starting to move in the next 45 seconds. He's the only one that's left alive in Gamers Pakistan. Nova can technically stay where they are, but in my opinion, they should also now be going aggressively to squad wipe Gamers Pakistan and then moving on to safe zone.
AST snaking it through on this Erangel map on the side. They have 2 members still. They're still pretty fine. They do have that loot crate too. In that loot crate, there was an AWM.
There was.
So you can get the Precious and trying to hold that
look at
coastline.
this.
Alpha now going to drive and do the rush, but Bandit, why are you going solo though? It did work out, but still a really risky play.
No, yes, but he had the rest of the team, and I actually agree with that, Maxon. I do, because you got to make those plays. However, they are going to be facing off against ShiNiGaMi balck. If I am correct, Maxman, they are going to see some fire between each other. Rose knocking down one member of the enemy team right now. Nova being put under pressure by Headshot being put under pressure by SNG. Maxon.
Headshot's been moving since the very start of the game. Started by getting rolled over by Team Salty, and now they're going to be trying to get to that compound. They do it pretty nicely. AST going to be losing one of their members. That's going to be Safina, same for Utmore, and that's going to be the end of their story. 11 teams all around. Now it's rotation coming out from SOLTISQUAD, but CsPGPk Gaming going to have the compound under their control. Going to try and respond with some fire, but not getting anyone. But Pangmi going to be lost by his friends, going to be a lonely soldier right now. But look at that, they had 2 knocks from SOLTISQUAD Imperium going their way. He might be the last member on their side. He is.
Maxon, we've got 33 players in such a small safe zone. This is going to get absolutely clustered in such a short amount of space of time, but we do see Rose taking control, taking out 2 members of ELEMENTRIX. Nova still able to survive even with those knockdowns.
No! He gets sniped right on the side. I'm only actually 3 kills, 8. That was a really nice flank coming out from Bleak Snake.
I think
just around the corner in that Shack of Dreams, working out well for them.
I think I caster cursed them. I literally did say manage to survive with those knockdowns. Then they get taken down by SMG. Wow. I'm sorry, Nova.
Salty still, they are holding compounds. They did have 2 knocks though, so they were able to recover from that situation, get back in a house, have a little bit more coverage. They'll be able to hold that position for a few more minutes, I do believe. As ABBA, once again, he is just going to be chilling on this rooftop.
He's the only member of ABBA left.
Yeah, he's also the only member, so he's just going to be, once again, playing super passive. Worked out for teams like Team Rose on Sanhok, last team remaining, have a lot of coverage, a lot of places to hide in this compound. A little bit of engaged chat right now. Seems like they are taking it seriously.
Of course. $2.5 million prize pool these teams are fighting for. They want to try and go hard. It's such a small compound. The good thing is that it's not in the open, so there's a lot of houses to play around. The only fear with that is that you have Molotovs, you have grenades that are really going to aid these top teams, these aggressive teams, to really push the enemies out of those housing compounds and actually use that to manipulate their enemies' positioning.
Yeah, if you use those grenades, you can definitely force out some team members if you're trying to pull the trigger at some point. Team Rose, they are in the compound. They're fine, though. The Shack, once again, for SMG, going to give them a little bit of coverage. But if they have to try and make that rush, they're going to have a huge open area to go with. Smoke road, if they do have some smokes, they're going to have to try and pull the trigger right now. As we had a little bit of a fight in that little building right now.
I think Nova and HS were kind of together in that
two
building.
Of HS.
Yeah, two of HS, one of Nova. But we do see SOLTISQUAD trying to knock down ELEMENTRIX. But look at Sabri. Like, you know, he's not moving, staying where he is. A very clever play coming out, letting them take it out one by one. But Bleak Snake gets knocked down by Nova. AY returning the favor that SNG led on to Nova earlier on. But we do see in the distance SGI and CsPGPk Gaming.
ShiNiGaMi both are going to be exchanging bullets with Team CsPGPK Gaming. They're going to be losing Wolf. And in the distance, Chopper going to be on his own, split away from Sohail. Really weird move. I don't know why Sohail will be over there. You're splitting your main forces, guys. That's not something you want to trample off. As the fight's going to be breaking down in the center of the city. And ELEMENTRIX is going to be swiped out by Team SOLTISQUAD. Nipao versus Nipao, and Nipao coming out on top.
Yeah, but look at Sabri. He's got to try and get outside the safe zone. He's going to try and use it, go fast, try and heal up. But we do see more action going on as Headshot is going to be taken out. 17's finally being whittled down to 18 players. This is going to start chunking in really quickly. Rose, the Destroyer, still in this very nicely. Plays on, does take out Sabri finally. But he did end up in a high position for his team overall, so that's not going to be too bad.
ShiNiGaMi both gonna be swiped out. Yeah, Sohail, yeah, like no more HP. You couldn't even see it. I think he just had 1 HP remaining. Now, Salty, they had to move out of compound. This compound is gonna be out of the zone right now. Imperium gonna try and use these smokes to try and get as much coverage as possible. As No Mercy in the distance, ready to shut them down if they have the opportunity. And look at that, the Destroyer also in the background might get 3-man party, but now they have the nice few shots on Sadiha. That's going to be the Destroyer actually taking those opportunities for themselves. And all of the teams are just snaking it as the Destroyer applying huge zoning and pressure in this last zone.
I do love that the zone shifted so heavily from the houses to the open area. I thought it was going to stay around the houses. I don't think the teams were prepared at all. However, the Destroyer do seem pretty prepared. But CsPGPK Gaming, Nit knocking down one member, Rosebud returning the favor. It's a knockdown for knockdown. I believe it becomes a 3v3 situation, Maxon.
M14 action from Team Rose. I was looking at Salty. They were having a few shots taken down on them, but they're able to hold their position pretty nicely. I'm really enjoying that. He did explode the car right there to be able to get close or use that as coverage so it doesn't explode and apply damage to him, so I really enjoy that. He's very low, and the zone is coming on top. He won't have time to reject. Oh, no! Okay, you can actually see on your minimap, so when he's actually in there, he was fine. Actually, he calculated that pretty nicely, but he did get knocked at the end.
My lord! Great calculated play coming out from Rose. On a side note, by the way, if I were No Mercy, I would do nothing except stay prone. Do not shoot. Do not activate. Just act like a dead person.
Yeah, because like right now, Team Rose is in a better scenario. Same for CsPGPK Gaming. Whereas once again, No Mercy, they are surrounded by SOLTISQUAD, by the Destroyer.
Plus, it's like we talked about. Let the other teams take each other out, Maxman, and you will survive till the end. As Rose are trying to flank around, SOLTISQUAD not being afraid to be up, get a couple of bits of damage. The Rose dancing around like there's no tomorrow, but taking that damage, trying to hide behind that rock.
Some nice dance moves coming out from one of the beasts of the road. CsPGPK Gaming was in the distance. Going to have one member very low. That's going to be Nip once again. Might get knocked very shortly. 15 players all around in such a small zone. Purely grass all around this area, Imperium.
Great knockdown onto Rose. They have great vision onto them. However, we do see one member, Rose, not being afraid to look onto Nid. He's just got behind that tree before he could do something about this. But this safe zone is so compacted.
Yeah, he just can't save his ally. Unfortunately, Rose going to have to try and go for that rush. Maybe you want to try and snake it, though. The zone is still moving against you. He's going to get sniped out by SOLTISQUAD. Yeah, he's going to get killed. I was going to say not killed, but they just finished it right at the last second. 4 teams all around the board. CsPGPK Gaming, The Destroyer, No Mercy, and SOLTISQUAD, a.k.a. Team Move out right now, Imperium.
Like I said, No Mercy doing exactly what I advise him to. Not moving an inch, not shooting any kind of bullet.
Right now, CsPGPK Gaming, they're trying to go and sneak their way. They're still 4 members strong, Imperium, and they're just trying to get multiple angles of fire, which I would recommend. As The Destroyer, they have 1 knock. Can maybe trying to look for a kill.
Hopefully 4, 3, 3, 2 are the final numbers of these teams. SOLTISQUAD now in a prone position, so it's going to be see who can find each other first. Destro doesn't have much
no,
health.
He's able to regen back up on the side of the Destroy. That is a huge opportunity and comeback for them. Salty though in the distance, the zone going to be moving against him. He can't really rush it because he has to try and get in that grass. Going to try and peek up and down, but that's not going to work for him as Adele's going to be able to shut him down. Salty, only 2 members remaining, Sada and Pangmi. Shots fired going to be right on top of Adele, able to peek down just in time, but still Sada has the global information of where he's standing, shuts him down, going to be knocked.
Okay, now Destro and PMCO trying to go at each other. It's a 1v1 situation, but PMCO is on such a low amount of health. All it takes is one shot, one chance. Destro, get
Regen
it
back up.
No way.
75%.
He was able 75%. That is ridiculous. How did he miss that? But we will see. Still a 1v1 situation. Destro and PMCO, it's like they're just shooting into the wind.
Nit's going to be the last member of CsPGPk as they did lose Adele a few seconds ago. Just of about 1/5 HP remaining. I think he might be going down very, very soon, Imperium. But once again, he does have a little bit of coverage compared to the other team. He does have the tree. If he can use that to the full, to its full potential, he can turn it around.
Hopefully.
As I say that, not going to work out. Caster's cursed right now. CsPGPk is taken out of the picture.
This Destroyer doing pretty damn well.
Yeah.
They still have 2 members, so we have 3, 3, and 2 right now. You got 3 in the member, Salty. You got 3 on the side of No Mercy and 2 on the side of Destroyer. No Mercy in the middle of what is going on. Great knockdown by PMCO onto Destro.
Going to try and get that finishing blow potentially. He has the info on kill, was that third person of view, but when he's aiming, he doesn't have it. Look at that zone though, doing damage. If he peeks up, he is basically dead. But he's able to outrun, well, outcrawl the zone right now. He's going to be fine, but like Destro at this point, I do believe it's dead meat. Maybe they can regen him back up, so if they pick up, he's dead.
It's actually 3, it's 3, 2, 1 actually.
2 teams remaining. Now it's only Salty
no,
versus No Mercy.
My apologies.
3v2 going on through, or it's really a 2v2 because they can't regen back up No Mercy. So 2v2 scenario. Will it be Salty or will it be No Mercy? We'll have to see what's going to be actually happening. 1 team from Australia, No Mercy. 1 team from Nepal, SOLTISQUAD, aka Team Move Out. He did get 1 knockdown on PMCO, and he has the information was that TPP. Sanhok going to try and take and snake it through. Gets killed. Can he shut him down? Not too sure. Misses a lot of the shots, and that's going to be, unfortunately, not working out for them. That's going to be a chicken dinner going over to Team No Mercy from Australia.
Not going to lie, I am delighted for this No Mercy team. They needed a good result. They only got 4 kills, but they did come out on top. They played exactly what I said they needed to do, Maxon, which was during that frenzy of fighting between Salty, Destroyer, CsPGPk, and Rose and SNG. They did nothing. They just stayed prone in the grass and waited for the enemy teams to take each other out.
And one team that I'm really happy about, you said, like, I'm really happy also for No Mercy. Like, that's great for Australia. But the Destroyer, they've been having huge issues in their repositioning. This game, they've been setting up every single zone. They would reposition so early on. Whole position play super passive, which you are expecting. Yeah. And they get 3rd position.
It's like they're listening to us, in fairness, Max. And it is. And it's so... I get much more enjoyment out of seeing these teams making clever plays.
Yeah, it's definitely way more enjoyable gameplay we're having in the semi-finals compared to the group stage Imperium. Way better stuff to look at. We're going to have a few more highlights coming out for you guys. That was when Gamers of Pakistan was wiped out by Team Nova Esport, solo flanked by Bandit. I think that was a little bit of a risky move, but it worked out at the end of the day. That's what you're looking for, so nicely done for Nova.
On the side, Nova actually got 7 kills before they got squad wiped.
Yeah, makes up for a few over there for their lost position.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see this highlights coming at you quick and fast. This was the open-ended frenzy endgame. Gamers of CsPGPk, should I say, were trying their best to survive, but between the saison, between proning out, they were not able to survive and came down to 2 teams, No Mercy and Salty.
Also, it's really sad because like CsPGPk, they did have the coverage of the tree, didn't really use it to the full potential they had. Also, everyone had their information on their location, so that's still going to be No Mercy coming out on top with 34 points. Only 4 kills when you look at SOLTISQUAD, 10 kills. The Destroyer, 9 kills, 8 kills for CsPGPk, 8 kills for Rose, 10 kills for Nova Esport. Those are huge kill counts from the 2nd spot to the 6th spot.
Yeah, so let's do quick little bit of maths once again. 16, 26, 36, 36, 40, 49 kills maximum between the top 6 teams.
You count that really fast.
Yeah, I know. My maths is... I told you my maths game was good.
Well, like, can you call it math when you're just counting?
Mathematics. Yeah, it is officially mathematics by definition.
When you count. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Really good mathematics.
So I have bad memory, so forget what the number I did say.
42.
No, it wasn't. It was 46. Either way, no. But it shows that all of these top 6 teams, they're aggressive and it's paying off. Because if you look at the difference in the points between, like, let's say, 1st place and 7th place, 30-point difference, Max, man. No Mercy got 34 points, and they weren't even that aggressive. They only got 4 kills. An sngclub in 7th only got 14 points. So when you take that in terms of average per game, it's really helping these teams that are looking to claim the top spot. Because you see, once again, Rose only in 5th place, but a 22-point finish is very, very good for their average.
That's an equivalent of just a 2nd position overall in PM. So that's a huge still like win for Rose because they played so aggressive overall. Like just once again, all those kills are huge opportunities for them to actually try and climb up and trying to get 1 extra or 2 extra positions, which at the end of the day, at the end of the 2nd weekend, is going to be, it could be what makes the difference. Just a few kills can really like make you go in that top 16 to go to the regional finals.
Exactly. You know, of course, a lot of these teams that we are talking about are generally going to be safe in terms of a top 16, give or take. I would fear for possibly teams like Team OnyX. We will, of course, find that out over next weekend. But it's just when you're talking about not just regional finals, these teams that are aiming for higher are aiming more heavily to be in the running for the $2.5 million prize pool. And one thing to note for the global finals, Wildcard only get 1 spot.
Yeah.
So realistically, these teams are fighting for the top spot. So even out of the 16 teams that qualify for regionals, only 1 team is going to go on through to global finals. So, you know, that's what I mean by, yeah, it's all well and good to kind of go, yeah, we definitely are going to qualify for regionals. You've got to hit the enemy teams harder, play safer, but be calculatedly aggressive if you're going to get on top.
Also, this is a huge opportunity for these teams to learn about their opposing teams so that if they do go to the regional finals, they can adapt and know where teams are going to be dropping. As you have a little bit of a closer look to the overall standings. RGStarTeam in 8th position. Now they're going to be in the lower section of these overall brackets. They're going to be in 9th.
Maxan, No Mercy are on 77 points. In that last game alone, they got 34. So in one game, they scored
doubled.
nearly half of the... Yeah, they scored nearly double the points that they had. That's exactly what they need to do, but they need to follow it up with another great game. Game versus Pakistan.
Because they're in the grey area right now. They're on that top 16, not a safe place to be.
Look at RGStarTeam. They've dropped to nearly below the top 10. I don't think Hype will go above them because they're in 11th on 94 points, but still.
Because also, if you guys didn't once again see the group stage, RGStarTeam, they were #1 team in the group stage of this Spring Split Wildcard Series Imperium, and they were dominating in terms of positioning points, in terms of kill points. Right now, this time around in the semifinals, in the lead, it is Team SLY once again with 177, as slowly but surely Team Rose, they are taking a nice advantage and might be able actually to make it over to Team SLY. They're about 20 points difference.
Yeah, but look at Trust the Process, Maxman. Another unfortunate game, and they've dropped down to 7th. They will still, if they get a decent result, they will probably push themselves back up to between 6th and 5th, in my opinion, possibly 4th. But like you said, Rose, they are only 23 points away from taking 1st place. And what have they consistently scored? 20 to 22 points, if not above that. Rose, first game, 24 points. Rose, a second game, 30 points. Rose, a third game, 22 points. Average, Maxman, average per game, higher, better result.
Even though they didn't get that many chicken dinners, they got 1 chicken dinner. They got no chicken dinners in the group stage, I believe, and only 1 in the semifinals. So that means, like, chicken dinners, they're really nice. Like, they look cool and everything. But like, at the end of the day, if you're always in that top 3, 4, 5 position, like so many times in a row, like you can easily get yourself in like the top positions. And so far, they are trying to take over Team SLY. 20 points, 24 points, I do believe in PM. They have to try and take over SLY. That's easily doable with the amount of kills that they've actually been getting on these last few games.
It really is. It really is. So I'm excited to see. We still have one more game for you guys. It is going to be Erangel once again. Who knows what kind of finish we will have in store. It is going to be the final chance of this week for these teams to make a mark in the overall standings.
Gonna have to see how that's going to work out on this 4th and last game of this weekend. 3rd weekend, actually, of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. Also, if you did miss all the action that did just happen, go check out the link down below, clubopen.pubgmobile.com, to know all of the information on the current standings, on your favorite team of your favorite country, if you're supporting your entire country, like Nepal, China, Australia, one team from Australia. And definitely go check that out. Also, if you are watching us live on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, don't hesitate to smash that like, follow, or subscribe button to be notified when we or the other regions do go live. Anyways, that was game number 3. Game number 4 incoming in just a few short minutes.
Your game, Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?
Hello and welcome back. We are ready to jump into game number 4 on Erangel. Can't wait to see once again. Last game, no mercy. The only Australian team claiming that chicken dinner, making Australian viewers proud. Can other countries be proud right now? We'll have to wait and see.
Hey, no, I think a lot of countries can.
Like
can
we
be
had
proud of
Chinese
this
chicken
wildcard
dinner,
region.
we had Nepal chicken dinner, and Australia. Are we going to have for the first time in this entire spring split wildcard series 4 different teams getting 4 different chicken dinners?
Ooh, that could be very much possible because there are still a lot of teams in the Group B and C that really have a lot to prove, in my opinion. Especially Pakistan teams, the likes of CS Gaming and Gamers of Pakistan. They really are showing a lot of potential at times, but then they seem to get lost or reposition badly, and there's certain parts of that you kind of go, just don't make those small mistakes, guys, and you really will make a big difference. Yet when they pull off a good move, Maxman, you're like, yeah, that's what PogChamp. That's exactly what we love about them. So yeah, 100%. I definitely think we could have 4 games, 4 different teams winning. But I want to talk about not only the fact that No Mercy got a fantastic first place, but SOLTISQUAD, another team from Nepal, they got 2 bad results today, Max, and they were not looking that good in the standings, and they came out with a 2nd place in game 3.
Yeah, game 1, game 2 not really working out. Like once again, you said 2nd position on game 3 on Erangel. Might be just because it's Erangel. Maybe they just feel more comfortable on that map. Maybe we have to see in game 4.
I hate to say it, but in some way I'm kind of like the map shouldn't matter at this stage. When, like I said, the teams are not only fighting for regionals, but they're fighting for a global spot. The map should not make a difference. These players have got to start kicking things up a gear. No more Mr. Nice Guy for the in-game leaders in some way. No more kind of, making some kind of excuses, so to speak, for these in-game team leaders. They are fighting for 2.5 million prize pool. That should be the aim. Get it in gear, because all of these teams, all these players are fantastically talented.
And one team that's fantastically talented in Pyramid, that is Team Rose, as they're about to probably, once again, overtake Team Sorry. They are just like about 20 points behind.
Yeah, never know. Yeah. They could finish in 16th place last game.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know what that was, but okay. But yeah, so they can definitely take it over.
Yeah,
They have another good game like last game. Team Rose got 5th position. Just get like the same kind of game with the same amount of kills. You can easily make it up there.
It's not just a 5th position like we talked about before the break. It's the fact that it's 22 points. It's the fact that every single game so far today, the majority of the kills have been occupied by the top 5 or top 6 teams. The difference in points is unbelievable. We are in to the last game of the day, boys and girls. It is once again Erangel. Let's see who looks to drop where. Of course, we will not have too many surprises with the likes of Rose, Trust the Process, and ELEMENTRIX and others.
Talking about ELEMENTRIX, actually, like where have they been? Like they haven't been in the top 5, game 1, game 2, or game 3. They've been kind of missing today.
Well, ELEMENTRIX, in my opinion, have been in Nepal, because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
So they've been in Nepal. They're playing from Nepal. Yeah?
Yes. Thank you.
No
Okay.
problem.
No, they're going from Nepal. Also, we do know, like we've heard a little bit of feedback from all of you fans out there from Nepal. That Nepal has a little bit of lag. Like they do not have their own server.
Yeah,
so they are dealing with like
MS.
right off the bat. You have some teams that have a little bit of like difficulties to play. So
That's true.
I do give props for teams like once again ELEMENTRIX and all, like actually all the Nepal teams made it through. So huge props to these teams that actually made it through that little bit of a by default weakness in their games. But Team Rose once again, no surprises. Trust the Process, where are you at actually? Are they behind? I think they're hiding behind Quadcore. I think they are going to try and get once again to military base.
I see you some point in this game. I actually think they are behind.
Yeah, they are.
Quadcore, but look at this safe zone, Maxon.
There's SNG too.
It's very centralized. It's very centralized. A good 80 to 85% of the teams are in the safe zone. I like the fact that No Mercy, instead of landing in Primorsk, mainly because they couldn't actually hit that spot from the plane trajectory, they've kind of turned it around, flipped it around, and gone to the deep north in the Zarki area.
The Destroyer, Team 10 at the very north of this Erangel map, Imperium. They had a really good positioning. They're trying to repeat that same amount of success with that zone, but like they're on the very edge of this first zone, Imperium. So there's very small amount of chance they're actually going to be there again.
True. Plus, they finished in 3rd place last game, but we do see Trust the Process. You talked about where they are. They've been taking a little bit of damage.
Took a little bit of damage, and they had Shigard. It was a knocked Reno. Going to try and pick that fight versus Quadcore. Maybe not the kind of fight you want to go for, but Quadcore seemed like they're going to be backing off just a tad. Not really ready to engage this.
I think they just want to loot up for a bit. Plus, they know the potential of the likes of Trust the Process. You know, as we do see, one member of ELEMENTRIX is being put down to low health. SOLTISQUAD in the Yasnai Polyana area seems to be all by themselves, ready to loot up a lot of the action. AST, they need a very good performance, in my opinion, Maxon.
Orange, though, he's also just around the corner. He's sneaking through. I think he does have the information. Once again, TPP, he can easily see around those corners. So if he wants to try and take a shot, he could go for it. We also know Orange as the team that did swipe out Team Rose in Erangel. That was Friday, I do believe, and he got a huge team swipe out, huge plays from Orange. So he's the kind of aggressive player you are expecting. AST shots fired once again, back and forth. I do believe that is an AKM was the kind of sound it's doing. Not too sure, but he's going to be trying to...
The sound it's doing, the sound it's making.
Sound is... Okay. I'm from France, I'm allowed.
That's fair enough. I like the way you have the French card to play. That's
always play it.
Man. Of course, as you see, once again, Trust the Process being put under a tiny bit of pressure by Quadcore, but nothing crazy for now. They are two. Are they 2 Nepal teams? Yeah, they are 2 Nepal teams. As you do see, ShiNiGaMi, balck.
They get a car just when they have to rotate. It's going to be fine. But yeah, once again, the 2 Nepal teams, Quadcore and Trust the Process, they were able to reach him back up. Their member Vikesh was last game dropped really early on in Pure, so got to try and stick with your team, which he's not at all doing.
Look at
got to reposition.
Man.
That synergy is not the boost. You know, also Quadcore is there because they took damage. So a little bit of a mistake from Trust the Process. Not really enjoying it.
Ava doing a little bit of fishing in the pond. Maybe try and catch a big shark. That would be a 1st place win, or they could get eaten alive. Of course, we'll find out. They're just outside the say so.
Yeah. They're going to be just making it through that location. United Earth always going to be spawning, dropping in this location. Has been going pretty well for them in the past. Also has been going against them a few times once again in the past, so they got to try and be a little bit cautious. Did rotate back, but Vikesh did not. And he is running for it. He's seeing, again, Gunshot's going to be going back and forth. He's trying to run around the Rose using Imperium, trying to avoid any kind of confrontation. Does get knocked, and Vikesh, another mistake. He had a mistake on Erangel last game, but does get also a knock on Fatman.
Okay,
Trust the Process looking to fight.
Okay, now this is what we like to see from Trust the Process. Join the rest of your team. Azark trying to flank around. Fatman being revived. We do see the revive is going to come out, plus a smoke grenade. Really nice initial response from Trust the Process. Finally.
A little bit of utility coming out just to make it look safe. Quadcore also able to regen back up Fatman, so now they're going to be on even footing Imperium if they're trying to pick this skirmish. Seemed like no one wants to really go for that, but still, it was a pretty weird move from Vikesh that played really solo. They could have also committed to that and killed him off really early on. But they didn't.
ELEMENTRIX and AST still going at it down in the Nova area by the bridge compound.
But that's George.
No,
Pool.
is it George Pool?
Yeah, then George Pool. Nova is where
I don't know.
Quad and TDP are. Well, they were. But
apologies.
Just gonna now Quadcore. Yeah, fair enough. You know, I do understand that. I do respect that decision from Quadcore. They're gonna be leaving that fight where it was, and they're trying to rotate back out. Also, they are on the edge of the zone, so maybe we want to try and rotate in zone to try and get a better rotation potential on the zone number 2. So I do understand what they're trying to pull off here. AST though, they are slowly but surely advancing and applying pressure on Team ELEMENTRIX.
Yeah, but they are still a little bit separated. I do feel that ELEMENTRIX are kind of closer together in some way. Yeah. At least in terms of Junior, but look at Junior on top of the things, gonna flank around, gets a knockdown on to Oligarth and gets that kill finally. Let's see how AST respond.
Look at that Junior that was on that container, able to take him out with that surprise factor. Now my watch begins. So that's gonna be the first death in that skirmish of AST versus ELEMENTRIX. Going over to AST.
I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like the kill is just not really being beneficial being there. You should join the rest of the team. Grenades are being thrown out by Junior, not quite connecting Dotmar, but being traded out.
Safino, though, trying to go for a little bit of a flankerino. Might be able to get the upper hand and surprise ELEMENTRIX, but right now we're going to pan over once again to Rose. Are we surprised of them being in Pachinki?
No, not at all.
Always.
Not at all, Maxman. SNG occupying a lovely military base
The
compound.
new TDP. They're trusting this base. And they're going to try and take for themselves. They'll be fine. 16 teams all around the board. We did lose one member, anyways, a little bit early on, Imperium. And they're going to be still slowly going to try and rotate in. The zone is almost like a little bit more than halfway closed up.
Yeah, SNG had a good result in the first game, getting 31 points, but haven't really followed it up. It's a little bit of a shame that they haven't been that consistent. Nova now looking to have 2 to 3 vehicles. Wow, 4 vehicles actually. 1 per person, 1 for everyone in the audience, Maxman.
Yeah, they're going to just try and get as many cars as possible. Like, they're trying to fix the mistakes that we saw in the last few games, like just so many team squad wipeouts because of those cars. Games of Pakistan, they always drop towards school and apartment. It's been a zone that worked for them multiple times, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep going for it. AST now, they're going to have the information on Zakil and Safira in the background of George Pool containers. Orange going to be actually the first member of ELEMENTRIX knocked down. And now ELEMENTRIX, they're going to have to try and do something about this situation. It is a 4v3. Maybe you want to try and regen back up one of their members. They also had a knock on AST that was Zakil. But it seemed like none of these two teams are ready to really play aggressive and harass that. And also, they are in zone, so that fight might be going on for the next few minutes.
Yeah, I'd say it will go on for quite a good few minutes. I would like to see ELEMENTRIX be a little bit more aggressive, but then again, they do need a good result. This Lucre having an MK14 with a 4x scope, Maxman.
Yeah, MK14, it's the kind of weapon you like to play for, definitely give it a try. I'm not personally a big fanboy of it. You're not. You're more of a fanboy. Sorry, I couldn't say. I don't know what was that. You're more of a fanboy of the VSS Imperium. So no, it's fine.
Dude, man, my gunner choice is UMP, to be honest, Maxon. It is. I'm a noob at the game.
Games of Pakistan and United Earth might be clashing very, very soon. Games of Pakistan not moving from apartment, but that means that if also United Earth have to rotate in zone, they're going to have to get through Games of Pakistan. Plus Nova on their own.
We only have about 25% of teams covering inside the safe zone.
Yeah.
So,
and there's not many compounds. There's a lot of high grounds you can use. Like, got Pachinki High Ground, Pachinki Mountain. Got like 3, 4 overall locations where you can set as your home base. So trying to get to the location first is going to be a huge opportunity. You only have 1 compound left open, so teams are going to have to rotate in very fast to try and get themselves that location under control.
Definitely, and we do see the Destroyer. They were in Severny. They've got 2 vehicles.
They were hoping for the same
choice. What they are doing, though, Maxon, we talked about it. Full team in 1 vehicle is always very risky thing to do, especially when you know logically these teams should just be thinking a bit more intelligently that they are going to come across a good few of these teams because you still got 16 teams, Max.
Also, like where they dropped, I'm sure they had way more than 1 car. So I think they just didn't look. They were hoping for the zone to be at the same area as game number 3 on Erangel once again. So not really working out for them at the end of this first zone. Zone 2 was showed up. Is going to be closing up in just 6 very short seconds right now. And now the teams are slowly rotating on. I think it's a little bit late to rotate. I think they could have set their zoning potential up a little bit earlier as ELEMENTRIX. They started rotating towards Hospital out of George Pool. Going to try and make it through. They do have to make it through also high ground, this huge mountain. They'll be doing so very soon.
Look at this. We do see United Earth have a bit of a scope of around the bridge area. I don't know if the Destroyer have been spotted by them, if they will have heard the vehicles. Either way, I hope they're Subway on alert as Rose occupy a small compound just outside Pachinki. High ground as well inside the safe zone. They don't really need to do much. They must be very happy with the amount of loot they got from Pachinki, Macklin.
Yeah, they got quite a bit under their belt. Imperium. They're going to be able to pick as many fights as they want, really. Like, so much loot over that location. Zone is now going to be almost closed halfway.
What? Okay.
Okay, so it's just a little bit of an issue there with the car. But it's all a good camera. At least they do have a car, so they can rotate in.
Yeah, I think it's one of those observational.
Also, Gamers of Pakistan, that's a huge location to be on when you want to trans-zone out. You've got a huge area of vision. It's going to try and use that. CsPGPk, just like last game, they've been just in the car like 99% of the time. And they've got to try and be a little bit cautious as Groza. Another one in the... This is going to be in the river,
Let's go in the water and get a Groza.
That is river. Yeah, it is river.
Although, on a side note, it does have a suppressor, which... Of course, these teams don't know what's in the loot crate. I feel that would be a really nice pickup. to get
After
a
it's
suppressor.
right in the dead center of that river, so going to be a big risk, and it's going to take you also a lot of time to get to it.
That
So
is
I would
true.
probably not recommend to go for it unless you do have a boat. But even then, boats make noise. You're easily going to be spottable, and you can have the boat explode in the middle. So if you do get shot down, so I would probably not go for it. A little bit risky move. CsPro Gaming finally they're going to be sticking as a 4-man team. They weren't doing that earlier. Rose also under this compound for themselves. They did
think they're
rotate out
finding-
of Pachinki.
Find a better parking spot as well, Maxon. It's always important that you park correctly. Give space for other
Like
cars
yesterday,
around you.
park it in the house.
Yeah, of course.
Zone about to close up. Where's it going to be? It's going to be dead on Pachinki. CsPro Gaming, Team Rose, Trust to Process, The Destroyer, and ShiNiGaMi balck right in the center of this zone.
lot.
And you have some teams to look at that up north. A lot of teams might be going out soon, but you have a lot of place and area to work with in Pachinki. They might be able to get there slowly without getting taken down.
No, I really
Maybe.
feel you have a small point in fairness, but I definitely don't think it's very wise for all these teams to move in from that area. If I was some of the teams at the very top, like the Destroyer, I would actually flank around the right-hand side, the east coast, Maxman, and go into the safe zone from the east. Much safer choice.
Yeah, there's a lot less teams there, but also one thing is that we see where the teams are. They do not know, so
True,
it will be a risk. But
when you think of where the plane trajectory was, that it was favoring teams that were landing in the north to northwest, Maxman. So the teams in the south, there's going to be less of them. I would say that's why it would favor moving down from the east.
yeah, definitely you want to see all of the opportunities and
course.
potential moves and rotations you can trample off. So might be one they actually sought for themselves. United Earth finally going to be on the move towards school.
2 vehicles as well.
Yep, 2 vehicles. So they learn from their mistakes. They're learning slowly but surely, and I'm enjoying it.
You get a gold star for that anyway, Maxon. As trust the process to land in Pachinki, looking to pick up the scraps that Rose left behind. I don't think there's going to be much there, but then again, plenty of houses, so still plenty of chances.
We had only one player dying in the first 14 minutes. Very passive. Once again, you are expecting that from the higher quality gameplay of this wildcard semi-final series.
And it's the last game of today.
Yep, and it's the last game. So stakes are high. Imperium trying to have a good finish and to have a good week after if you go back to work or school, you'll be like, yes, we won that last game.
Exactly.
It feels good, man.
Exactly. When you're going into the last
Snaking so early. Ooh.
you want to start off strong, or end strong, should I say, at eSports. They're being surprisingly prone considering they still got plenty of protection. However, I suppose when
There is
you're
a
inside the
compound.
safe zone and they're near a compound, yeah, fair enough.
Just like, is there someone in that compound? Just don't take the risk. Play it super
Exactly.
passive. Play it
Exactly.
sneaky. Really enjoying what they're trying to pull off. So SNG was able to get to the safety of the zone on the edge. No one behind them. So it's like it's a coastline, like in quotes, like it's kind of the coastline. You got the river behind you. Quadcore are going to get that coastline location for themselves. Up north, now we mentioned that up north they're going to have a few fights. United Earth did, as you mentioned, Imperium, they flanked on the right. So they followed your indications and they did exactly what you were mentioning. So I do really enjoy you. Smart play from United.
Yeah, very good play.
Are you their manager?
No.
Are you giving them info like by phone while we're casting Imperium?
No.
What are you doing with that phone, Imperium?
What? Jesus. Do nothing. Messaging my mama. Leave me alone.
Rose haven't moved, holding that compound still under their security. They'll be good to go. So about to close up. Where is it going to be, Imperium? Tell me, stakes.
It's going to end up in, yeah. I was going no, I
gonna
was
end up
going to
in,
say
yeah.
Pachinki, but it's actually gone a lot further south, aiding not only the likes of United Earth and the Destroyer that did move around from the east, but it is aiding CsPGPk.
In that zone, you have 3 locations that are going to be really good to defend. You have
Yep.
Pachinki Hill, one compound where CsPro Gaming is, and one compound is lower down the south section of the entire zone. So that's going to be 3 potential teams able to get that location and potentially take the game once again, because compound at this stage, when you have 16 teams still on board, that's going to be a huge advantage. As though Games of Pakistan going to be trying to get through. They're a little bit split, and Quad right in the dead center of that skirmish. They might be taken down very soon, having only containers as defense.
Nice by Panic to get a couple of shots on. Looking to blow up that vehicle. And on the other side,
Nice.
yes, successfully does it. Doesn't quite get a couple of blows on though, as we might see these teams trading clips until one of them is taken out. Cameras package and managed to survive that low health. Yeah, I know. 75%, just like that, Maxon.
I mean, Games of Pakistan almost losing alpha there, but it will be a good to go. They did explode the car on both sides. The zone
To
was
be
getting...
honest,
Look at these 3 locations I mentioned. Pachinki Hill, This compound under the situation
Where
of CsPGPk Gaming and towards the south where United Earth have rotated. United Earth have been so good on these rotations today. They have really improved their gameplay. It's great improvement.
It is. But we are now seeing action with SOLTISQUAD and a couple of others, Nova, to try and get a couple of shots on. Gamers of Pakistan, they actually move out, Max, man. Actually, I agree with that. Clever play. They want to get in the safe zone, so 2 of them are moving around. Still 2 members of Quad trying to get a couple of shots on. I think those 2 members are going to move out, but as we turn our attention, Abba eSports being put under pressure by SNG, but Krasava
gets a kill.
taking a couple of shots.
Yeah, able to get that kill. You saw a VSS kill right now from Sabri on Team Ava. Imperium is dancing right now, really happy.
VSS,
the worst
VSS.
You won't win with a VSS. But anyways, CsPGPk Gaming, they're still in this compound. Gamers of Pakistan trying to rotate in. They have only the tree as coverage, and again, zoned out, really nicely done. They might be losing their life. Oh, barely through that. Oh,
yes!
Gets it right through
What
it.
a headshot!
Nicely done. That was a freaking sexy snipe on through, and able to get that kill. 12 teams up on board.
Yep. Now we are, and actually it's gone from 63 players or 62 to 43 in the space of about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That is
That's
the
full
result
squad.
of the zone closing in very heavily, and these teams clashing together quite naturally all day. Then comes down to how well you can react, how well you can position, and how good your aim is, Maxon, as we do see Abba occupying that shack all to themselves, getting nice and cozy. And
One
warm
grenade.
with each other.
One grenade, that's all it takes in Imperium. If one team's able to get close enough, trying to snake their way towards
Only
it.
got
Gansky
one
rolling
shot.
over one member of Team Headshot, going to be knocking him down to the ground. Might be able to get a killing blow right there, would be a huge play for them. SNG still going to be holding this high section of this hill. Going to have that nice zoning, have the high point.
Oh,
Another
SOLTISQUAD.
Another shack going to them.
Well, I think that's just so he can heal up.
Yeah.
Maxman.
But if he gets in the car, he's going to be really slow, easy shot. Look at how many players in this zone there is.
Oh my God, and it's going to get closer and closer. Where is this safe zone going to end up? Is it going to end up closer towards north or the south? It's actually very much in the dead
Are there even
center.
compounds there? There's no compounds.
I don't think there's any real clear compounds. There are a couple of housing areas around just where I believe Abba eSports are, just about. You have that shack. Rose are going to have to move in. We do see SOLTISQUAD and United Earth. They are outside the safe zone. They only have 30 seconds to start moving in, so one of them needs to start making an action plan and using it to go forward.
Rose has no one around them, so they can easily get in the zone. But even they don't, even at this point, I would not recommend to go in the zone because it's just open area, as ELEMENTRIX going to be losing Hyozu and Orange to Team Nova Esport. Not a good situation. They're going to have to try and rotate out. Junior going to be letting them to die. Unfortunately, really can't do much right there. Going to be using Junior too. And
great flanking by Nova Esports on the side now, using the pressure ELEMENTRIX are under outside the safe zone to take them out one by one, knockdown after knockdown, trying to get beyond the windows. Yowzi with that vehicle, AY, destruction derby, killing derby, ELEMENTRIX blown out, but Nova gonna start moving in max, and that was very nice.
What the hell is that?
But look at that!
Rose, you were on your own and they're picking a fight with Team Quadcore. Well, it's more Quadcore picking that fight with Rose, to be completely honest. 3 knocks going on through. One Beast of the Rose going to be remaining, trying to make a run for it, trying to snake it through, trying to not be spotted out whatsoever. He will be spotted out and taken down by Emerge. It's going to be Rose, lost really early on, 10th position, Imperium.
If there's one way to make an even bigger impact, it is to take out one of the strongest teams in tournament. Gangxi being put under pressure by Sohail. Is he going to be able to try and survive? No, he isn't, because he's going to get taken. No, actually, no. He's running around trying to survive. And he just about does a smoke grenade. Puts him under a little bit of pressure, goes back into the hood. He's going to try and look to take down Chopper. No, he gets taken out.
Oh, that would have been such a nice juke coming out from Gangxi. Unfortunately, 3 members going to be a little bit too much for him, and will be done at the end of the day. Still 9 teams, 32 players, going to be cut down to half Imperium. ICBM going to be shut down by Team SOLTISQUAD. We haven't heard a lot of this team in this 4th match, Imperium, and now they are waking up, and waking up strong.
They are in the open area. Nova taking out headshot, as you pointed out. Mega oof indeed. Getting right back into the vehicle, looking to move into safe zone. Quad, who took down Rose, being put under pressure by SOLTISQUAD. They have a high ground, but they not have no real protection. They're being hit from all areas.
Quad, Pacific, and Fatman extremely low. Going to try and regen back up. Does have that energy drink and everything. Going to be fine. But look, Salty. Grenade coming on through. Not cooked. I would recommend to cook it out there.
Wait, smoke grenade.
Is that a smoke?
It's a smoke grenade.
Oh, it does the grenade sound. So yeah, it's grenade.
No.
Okay.
My apologies. My humble apologies, man.
A little bit more round for smoke right now, Imperium. Though Salty, they're going to be having some members very, very low. Going to try and pull that trigger. Rusin going to be trying to use that smoke, has extra coverage, trying to sneak his way up. They are in the zone, so that fight can go on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, but look at this.
Still
It's going to start closing in, Maxman. It's very much favoring Team 12 and Team 4. We are going to see Fatman, SOLTISQUAD, sorry, should I say
Can he see him right now?
SOLTISQUAD?
Oh, he did see him. He saw him right there. He just saw a few pixels coming out from Rusin. There they go. There they get him. Salty only having now Sanhia, and one member that was just rezzed back up. That was Pang Me.
Quad just have Fatman available. He's the only player that can do work. It's essentially a 1v1 situation overall. Smoke grenade.
Was that grenade on the side?
Yeah, it was, I think.
Wait, was it grenade? Yes, it was! Oh, that was spicy goodness coming out. And, but, well, Salty, you know, they got shut down, so not spicy goodness for them. So they're going to be a nice position. Quadcore getting that team wiped out.
Yeah, of course. They say too much salt is good for you, but in my opinion, for Quad, just the right amount for them to digest and push their way through. Now, No Mercy in the middle of this field, looking to take out CsPGPk, but two other members of CsPGPk look to join, gets behind the car. If they can take out the other two members of No Mercy, they do, I believe, just about do that, but they've got to hide behind the vehicle that is being taken out because they've got teams all around them, Maxman.
That is such a risky move coming out from CsPGPk. They would took that to themselves. We had a little bit of a kill there on Team Headshot. Going to be in sixth position. Fifth position, going to be actually going over to Team, I do believe that was Nova eSport? Well, no, CsPGPk, sorry. CsPGPk in fifth.
eSports have 15 kills, Max, man. 15. That is ridiculous.
6-4A. 6-4A is absolutely shredding this entire game. With 11 players around in just 4 single teams. Imperium, the zone is closing up. Really opened up. No compounds, no buildings, only trees and grass to work around. Maybe a few boulders here and there. But they're now just going to try and hold that position. Nova going to be snaking their way through. SNG in the background. S once again on SNG stands for snake. But this might be their main situation to try and take it for themselves.
Very true. Has gone up to 16 kills max now. So every minute, every second, it's increasing. 24 minutes into this game.
Kobe?
Is it going to be a Kobe? Oh, he's taking a lot of damage though. He's got to be a little bit careful. He's out in the open. Where is he going to try and run and hide? He's going to get behind a tree. Yes, very clever and wise play. ABBA trying to do their best to occupy that compound. It is in the safe zone, so they don't have to move. But like you mentioned, one well-cooked grenade, they'll be out of it. Yeah, but after, can he get close enough to actually put out that cooked grenade? I'm not too sure. No,
they're going to get a nice knock on ABBA eSport. Still going to be holding that shack for themselves. Now it's 3 teams in Imperium. We had 4, now it's 3. Going to be using ShiNiGaMi balck. Going to be securing that 4th position. Wow. Nova, they just have that high ground for themselves. But be careful, SNG, one of their members in the background. Don't really have the information, just going to be spraying randomly. Maybe you can get someone down.
ABBA eSports was knocked down. I don't think it would be wise for him to actually try and revive him, to be honest. No. Oh, actually, no, he's flying around. Ooh. He doesn't take any damage. He's going to be able to get back around, trying to revive the rest of his team. AY was waiting there. He was just sniffed it out.
So, Imperium,
get there.
Look where the zone is.
I know.
It's on that shack. That's going to be a huge potential for the side of Team ABBA eSport. Maybe taking their first game in this entire spring split in the wildcard series.
Look at the position by AY though, in fairness. Trying to get that perfect through the door shot. Really nice play coming out from them. They've got to move out. They've only got 30 seconds. He knocks down Sabri. Is it going to be the push that Nova need?
They're trying to definitely look for it. They're going to get a smoke road coming on through. It's nice. Going to be trying to spray through. Was that M4 not really connecting many of those bullets? They're trying to peek around the corner. They can't really do so. Those smokes are blocking out their line of sight. EO is going to be the last member on Team ABBA eSport. We're having a huge rush on Xiaozi, but he is behind that shack. Going to try and regen him back up. Won't have the time to do so. Swipe out for Team ABBA eSport, even though they did have the shack. And now that's going to be Cassava from SNG, last member remaining. We saw SNG able to do some nice clutches in the past, during the group stage, during the semifinals even.
Snaky play.
So can he pull off this 1v3 as Nova only has 3 members remaining in Imperium? They do have also the shack, and the zone is on the shack, but look at that Nova. Right on his right, he doesn't see it in time, and that was nicely flanked over. SNG second position, and number 1 going over to Nova eSports from China.
21 kills. Axon, I think that's the highest amount of kills we've seen in the wildcard region. That is a kill record. Nova coming out, ending the 4th game on top of the wildcard mountain. Exactly the result they needed. However, SNG, fantastic 2nd place. ABBA eSports, 3rd place. ShiNiGaMi balck with 4th place and Quad with 5th. So these teams that were lower down, that didn't have the best of games, that are looking for good results, they're going to end the day with some nice overall finishing points.
Quad has been doing great today. We want to, I even said at the start of the stream, like we want Quadcore to be a good performance. Game number 1, Chicken Dinner. Game number 2 on Sanhok, they got 3rd position. And the last game today on Erangel, they got 5th. That's a big amount of points. You're getting yourself a nice little spot in top 16.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really great play by them. It's nice to see them just be so much more intelligent. And actually, they were aggressive onto Rose. They played their position really well. They did blow out that car, so they were able to respond really well. And they just positioned quite nicely overall. Although SOLTISQUAD were also quite effective. Yeah,
they shot themselves with a grenade. They did a no mercy, unfortunately, so that was not a nice move from Salty. But once again, Quadcore able to get some nice positions, nice shots, but still at the end of the day, the Chicken Dinner, that's what we're looking for. Went over to Team Nova eSports, 2nd position. It's Team SNG. Once again, the Snake paying off, and paying off well.
Dude, yeah, exactly. That's what we talk about, Max. Like playing intelligent play overall, allowing your team to get fantastic standings. Yes, we talked about in a lot of the other games, like the top 7 teams occupying the kills, and that is, of course, an ideal situation. High-end result with a lot of kills, but if you can't get one, kind of get the other, if that makes sense. You know, if you can't get 15 kills, get a high finish position. If you can get 15 kills, get it, and hope that you finish in a very high position. You know, either way, make a decision. Yeah, pull off a Rose. Now, we will see, like we saw, Nova eSports, 51 points.
51 points for themselves, 21 kills. Once again, I do believe that is a kill record. I'm not too sure. At least it is a kill record in the semifinals. Group stage, not too sure.
I think it is.
I do believe it was. I think the kill record before that was like 18.
18 or 19 from Rose, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But then we see SNG in 2nd with 25 points. Abba eSports with 23. CS Pro Pakistan, fantastic result, getting 12 finishing points and 11 kills. 23 points overall. Great place by them. ShiNiGaMi balck getting 16 points, 2 kills, 18. Quadcore also 18 points, and SOLTISQUAD 12 points overall. And then in 8th place was Headshot.
Yeah, Team Abba eSports is a team that hasn't been really in those high positions, high standings, even during the group stage and the start of the semifinals. So finally they got their time to shine. That was today on this last game of Erangel, last game of this 3rd week of PUBG Mobile Club Open Action.
Yeah, of course. Head-to-head between Nova and SNG.
2.1k.
21 kills, 2.1k damage. I do believe, though, that's not the highest damage we've had in a game. I believe it was 2,300 by OnyX.
2,600 we had at one point.
I think by OnyX, I believe it was. But still, making those kills, making that damage count in terms of kills, Maxman, and also turning them into overall points, over double the amount of points that SNG got.
They got double the points of SNG, and SNG was in 2nd position. That is just a huge leap forward for the side of Team Nova eSport. They were a little bit all over the place, even during group stage. Like sometimes they're like at the top part of the map, sometimes they're like a little bit lower. But like this first semi-final weekend, like they've been pretty consistent. I'm really enjoying what they've been pulling off. Like not only Nova, I got to give credit to all the teams. They've been playing way better today.
Yeah, well. Not all teams, Maxan. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit harsh in terms of teams that we saw in the group stage that played very well and actually quite consistent, the likes of OnyX, Rose, although Rose have redeemed themselves, but likes of even SRY, they've come into the semi-finals and they've made these kind of slightly amateur mistakes that we haven't seen them do up until now. I'm not saying they don't do them, but I suppose because they set a standard, Maxman, we expect them to kind of consistently hit that standard, and they didn't. So they've got one more weekend to get the job done, as the results for this week are in.
Yeah, that was the week 3 scheduled. Unfortunately, the action did just end. So if you guys also did miss the action, go over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. All the info is over there. Also the VODs if you want to check out all the cool action. But as you see, going to go up for a quick recap over all the action that happened on this first weekend of the semi-finals of this spring split in the wildcard region. So Team Rose, SRY, Camp to Win, and RGStarTeam all securing 1 chicken dinner each in day 1. Day 2 went over to Camp to Win, their 2nd chicken dinner in the semi-finals. Then Nomad Warriors in that Miramar map, the only Miramar bit of action we had this weekend. Imperium trust the process on Erangel with that huge military base finish. And then SRY on the last game of yesterday and today. Once again, if you did miss the action that just unfolded, it was Team Quadcore that got the first game on Vikendi, SNG that got Sanhok, for themselves. No mercy on Erangel, really nice end game. And then Erangel once again over to Nova Esport on that last game. But SNG, they got chicken dinner, game 2 on Sanhok. Second position on this last game versus Nova Esport on Erangel. Huge thrides for them.
Yeah, it was indeed. As we will see that the standings after 8 games of all teams, Maxon starting from 16th place, No Mercy, still staying in there in terms of for booking their place in regionals. So good for them. But ABBA Esports, after a fantastic result, moving up to 15th place. Hype staying in 14th place. ELEMENTRIX, not the best of performances in my opinion, Maxon.
We've seen way better in the group stage from ELEMENTRIX. We're expecting way, way more from this Nepal team. Same for Team Hype. We're expecting way better performances from them. So right now, this is the first weekend. We're going to have another weekend coming on through next week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All the action going to be coming on through. Now we're going to have the check on this top 1 to 8 leaderboard. And Nova Esport, they have taken over. We thought it was going to be Rose taking over Team SLY. It's Nova Esport going to be having a huge surprise there.
But it is close in the top 5, Maxon. You've only got 13 points separating the top 5. Now, there is a bit of a chunk of about 18 points then on down to Nomad Warriors. But I also want to say Nomad Warriors finishing in 6th overall is such a huge change compared to what we saw them in group stage. So I'm very happy to see that. OnyX, 7th place, not the best result in the world, but camp to win. SRY, Nova Esports occupying 1st, 2nd, and 3rd respectively. Only 4 points between them.
Yeah, that's just so close. Well, they're so close. Like they're the exact same amount of points for SLY and Nova. So I can't wait to see like what's going to actually be happening next weekend. Because today SLY was not playing. They're going to be playing against next weekend, and they're going to be facing against Nova Esport.
Also, it's nice to see that kind of the top team has the highest amount of kills, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Maxon. As you do see that they're on equal points. So 1 point difference in the placement points and 1 point difference in the kill points. So it's very close.
You can see which teams are like aiming mainly for positioning points. SNG, Camp to Win, aiming more for positioning. Even though Camp to Win's been a little bit all over the place. Going to have now another head-to-head. There's going to be Nova Esport versus Team SLY. 8 matches each. Once again, as the 8th match just ended a few minutes ago. Number 1 position for Nova Esport with 66. They're just so close. Like, you can't even compare. It's just like, it's dead, almost dead even.
It's so good to see, Maxon. Like, I'm genuinely delighted and happy.
Wait a second.
To see them come out so close together.
It says 177, oh no, total points.
Yeah,
okay. I was a little bit like, what's going on?
The placement point is 111 and 112. Okay. And then the kill point is 66 and 65. So reversed around. I was thinking that myself in fairness to begin with.
Quick
so
math.
yeah, really nice to see. And then we are going to see the head-to-head between SRY and Camp to Win.
As we were talking about SRY, Camp to Win, 2 teams within specifically Camp to Win aiming for these positioning points. I was talking about SNG also earlier for their positioning. But SRY, they've been playing it really nicely aggressive. 65 kill points, like close to the higher section of these leaderboards, absolutely taking every single fight they can. Once again, second position for SLY, third for the other team. Yeah.
As you saw today, like a lot of the games, 3 out of 4 games, like I mentioned, we saw a lot of the kill points go over to teams that finished in the top 5 to 7 placements. I will be curious to see what the kill point difference is in the semi-finals of these top teams compared to the group stages. I will be doing kind of a lot of calculations and trying to get some good comparisons because it has surprised me with some teams. So it's really interesting. We've got 1 more weekend to go. 16 places out of 24 will go onto regionals. The bottom 8 need to start to get their act together.
Yeah, we only got 16 tickets for those regional finals in PRM, so some teams are going to have to make it through. If you did unfortunately miss the action that just unfolded, I'm just going to do a really quick recap about those chicken dinners. Game number 1 on Vikendi over to Team Quadcore from Nepal. Game number 2 over to Team SNG from China. Then after that was game number 3 that did go over to Team No Mercy, only team of Australia. And last game that just unfolded a few minutes ago on Erangel, once again, was Team Nova Esport. SNG securing another 2nd spot for themselves.
Very nice.
So, as you mentioned, another weekend coming very soon of PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split action. Going to be doing a quick recap of what, well, not recap. We're going to look forward to what's going to be actually happening next weekend. So next weekend, going to have a set of 3 streams, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Day 1, we're going to have some Vikendi, Miramar, double Erangel. After that, on Saturday, it's going to be Vikendi, Sanhok, Erangel. And then on last day, Sunday, on the 19th of May is going to be Vikendi, Miramar, and also double Erangel. So 2 Miramars next weekend.
Cannot wait, Maxon. Double Miramar. A lot of spicy desert action is going to be underway, happening for you boys and girls before we finish up. If you want to check out what has happened so far in the semi-finals, in the group stages, all that jazz, you can head on over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. You can check out all the other regions that are being featured in the club Open. Over 10 regions are being featured, even an Arabic version as well. Absolutely awesome to see that being covered on a side note. Maxon, in the Middle Eastern area. They're all live on either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. So head on over to those channels. Just hit that like, hit that follow, and smash that subscribe button. On that note, Maxon, I think that's going to be a goodbye from yourself. A goodbye from myself. Thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic week, whatever you get up to, and see you all next Friday.
Your game, Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?